The following is an exclusive presentation of E-Tech Sports. This is the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, featuring Henderson head football coach Ricky Meeks with insight on the Henderson Lions and this week's opponent. The Henderson Football Coaches Show is brought to you by the Henderson Football Booster Club. Come be a part of their meetings every Tuesday night at 6 at the high school indoor facility. Now, with the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, here's Mark McClain.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of our Henderson Football Coaches Show. Mark McClain here, along with Ricky Meeks, head coach of the Henderson Lions. We close out the season on Friday night against Lindale, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. Coach, first off contest with Chapel Hill last week. If I heard it once, I heard it umpteen times. Oh, get a big lead on Chapel Hill. They'll implode. They'll do something. They fought like champions, didn't they?
They did, and I do think there is some truth to that. I think we were probably one possession away, and then when you look at kind of the sequence of things, I think that's an accurate statement because we have back-to-back pick sixes to go up 28-7, a series of 3 straight turnovers because they had the fumble. We score to go up 14-7, and then back-to-back interceptions to go up 28-7. And then if you think about the next 2 times, the next 2 possessions, they score in 3 plays, they kick off to us, we fumble, and then you're at 28-21. I really believe we were probably at that point, but give them credit to what they did. We didn't capitalize on that opportunity. That was the opportunity that we wanted. And we just didn't put it away. So I do think there's some truth to that. Watching them throughout the year and the way that they lost games, they hadn't shown to do what they did, but we allowed them back in it, and at that point they had all the momentum, and we were kind of treading water, and we didn't do a very good job of it.
We had talked a few weeks ago about how protective of the ball the Lions are, and my goodness, the other night neither team seemed to want turnover battle. I had to go back and look. Turnover stats may be the highest of the game.
I think it was. We have done a good job all year up until that point of taking care of the ball. And we turn it over twice in special teams and 3 times on offense. And so, those are things that you can't do in that type of game, especially when we had the momentum going like we did, and we just we didn't take care of the football and had some penalties that really came back and bit us as well. So made mistakes in a very crucial time of the game.
The touchdown passes there early in the game, I mean, that was a wonderful thing to see, to get back in the thing. But then when it came interception time, Coleman on his interception, just the presence of mind to hand off to a teammate when you're about to get tackled, that was pretty cool.
Pretty football savvy there. So great job by a teammate running with him in case something came up. Not necessarily that situation, but just running down the sideline, maybe to throw a block if he needed to. So good job by Eric of doing that as well. So, but yeah, definitely a heads up play by Marmar. A lot of times kids don't think about those things. So very savvy move on his part.
Yeah, so you get that, and then you come right back with another interception, run that in. When's the last time you had 2 interception returns?
It's been a while. It might actually be a first for me. But if it's not, then it has been a while in terms of points defensively like that, especially back-to-back possessions.
Yeah. All in all, when the game's over, are you wore out emotionally because you had the lead and then it's tied at halftime and then things kind of fall apart there in the second half? I mean, are you just, you as well as all your coaches and players for that matter, all just emotionally wore out?
Of course. And I think the other thing that goes into that too is from the emotion standpoint is just seeing the way our kids started the game, and then the emotions that they went through the game. wanting to win that game to an extent so they could extend their season. So then there's that side of it, because that's at the end of the day, I want that. I don't I'm not worried about myself. I want them to achieve the things that they've wanted to do all year, and we were right there. And then to see it kind of slip away, to see how they were emotionally after the game, that probably wears on me a little bit more than maybe the in and out of the game. So I hate it for them, because I see day in and day out the type of work that they put in, and they're great kids, and I hate that side of it more than maybe the way the flow of the game went.
Yeah. Needless to say, you had some injuries throughout the course of the contest as well, and amazingly enough, it was just last week that we had talked about the Russell youngster as a freshman linebacker, and you had mentioned that, his strength might be his running game. We kind of got a little glimpse of the future there in the later stages of the game, didn't we?
We did, and that's it's a positive and a negative. One, I mean, it's kind of like the turnover comment a second ago. We've been able to avoid that all year. We've stayed healthy. We've had some areas that we knew going into the season we were going to be thin, and we've been very fortunate for our kids to stay healthy. And so, we've got to battle through that now. So not only did turnovers hit us the other night, injuries hit us, but the positive side of that then is we had some kids step up, because it was their chance to step up and go play, and Mike did that. Mike's been doing a really good job for us at linebacker, growing each week, and so then he had to come in and play some running back, and did some good things, and so that is a strength of his. He's going to continue to have to play linebacker in the years to come, but we're going to have to get some offense out of him, as well as graduation hits and things like that. So he did a great job of stepping up and being ready for his opportunity.
Yeah. Well, tough loss to Chapel Hill last week. On Friday night, it is Lindale. We'll talk about that ball game. We'll do that here in just a moment.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings each Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Meeks will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game nights, get great food at the Booster Club concession stand, as well as all your Henderson Lions gear at the Booster Club merchandise trailer. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
And we are back once again with Henderson head coach Ricky Meeks talking about Friday night contest against Lindale to close out the season for the Lions. All right, Lindale, needless to say, a talented ball club that got playoffs ahead to look forward to and everything. What do you expect out of them on Friday night? They're going to play starters, going to rest some guys, going to come in here and run up the score on you. What do you expect?
They're going to play their guys. I mean, like you said, they've got playoffs ahead of them. Do not see them resting many kids to avoid starting flat next week, and I respect that. It's what I would do in this situation. They've got like I said, a playoff run ahead of them, and I really expect them and Kilgore to play fourth round of the playoffs. Like they're not only the two best teams in our district, they're by far the two best teams in the region, and very talented. So they're going to show up, play, and quite frankly, they're pretty young. They start 4 seniors. They have 18 underclassmen, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore. Very talented group. So I don't see Coach Cochran taking the night off just because we're limping in. They're going to show up and play, and that's what they need to do, and we got to prepare accordingly.
From what you've seen of them on the videos, yes, they have some size and certainly some speed, but it just seems to me like they are just very fundamental in what they do. Very fundamental and disciplined in what they do, but they line up and want to run the football. They're going to play anywhere with 5 to 7 offensive linemen, tight ends, and foot to foot, and
just run it right at you and do a lot of formations and motions to try to affect your alignment, so they can run the football. And then defensively, probably the best defensive line we've seen all year. They're very talented up front. 2 defensive linemen that are Division I players, one a junior, one a senior. Senior's committed to Houston, has SEC offers. They're very good, but it allows them on the back end then to be more aggressive, because defensive line wise they get home a lot. So secondary is going to play a lot of in your face man. Linebackers are going to bring pressure, but they're able to do that because of their talent up front.
Well, you mentioned the secondary, and I thought it was kind of interesting looking at their roster and some of the other stuff that I was able to see. I don't remember the last time I saw this many 6'2", 6'3" kids in your defensive backfield.
Yeah, they're a good group. And so, but I think on top of that, Coach Cochran does a really good job of with the talent they have, putting those kids in position to be successful. Because sometimes you can be very talented, but not get maximum potential out of the kids. And so he does a good job of that. The kids play very well within the scheme. They do not try to do more than what's asked of them. They rely on their teammates to take care of that. So very sound, like you said, very fundamental. So it's going to be a big-time challenge.
From a Henderson standpoint, be it the challenge of some injuries, senior night, you want to play some seniors, but at the same time, maybe you want to look to the future a little bit. How do you look at this game?
I think it's a combination of both, but the last part of that is kind of what we have hit on all week, and that is the future. But it's not future as in younger kids. It's future as in our mentality moving forward and what we want as a program. Sure, we can't play in the playoffs. We know that has been solidified. There's nothing we can do about it. But we do have a game ahead of us, and we do have a game where we get to represent our football team and our program and our community. And that's tough for kids now, because they thought all along, okay, playoffs, and that's been taken away from them, and so now their interests go elsewhere, and that's what we've got to get away from. So I'm not sure how they're going to respond to that. I know what we've battled this week in practice, but at the end of the day, we've still got to go play, and let's finish on the right note and do everything we can to get to 6-4 and represent our town. So yes, it's about the future. It's about the mentality we want. It's about the program we want, but not necessarily from a youth movement, so to say. More of a mindset.
It's kind of interesting because here you got a Lindale team that, yes, they're playoff bound. Everybody's talking about them, whatever. All of a sudden, Henderson, nobody's talking about you. You're totally out of the conversation. Nothing like getting a win in a game like this, is there?
Oh, it would springboard our offseason like no other. I mean, because you look at all four of our sub-varsities, JV freshmen, 8th grade, 7th grade, all playing for the district championship this week. So we could sweep all 4 lower levels, and then get a win like this on Friday night. A ton of momentum going into the future, and building the program back to where we're trying to get it.
Very good. Well, we're going to step aside and take a break, and because there is a lot of things to talk about future-wise, and we'll come back and do that here in just a moment.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings each Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Meeks will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game nights, get great food at the Booster Club concession stand, as well as all your Henderson Lions gear at the Booster Club merchandise trailer. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
And we are back once again here with Ricky Meeks talking about the Henderson Lions, final game of the regular season here on Friday night against Lindale. But all right, so we've already talked the Henderson football for Friday night and Lindale and what to expect out of them and everything. once we get this done, hopefully with a Henderson win to kind of springboard you into your off-season program, talk about that. What is next for you now to have that off-season program? You've got UIL redistricting and realignment and rescheduling. You've got all that stuff coming up in the off-season. You're going to be busy.
A big off-season, and I think starting with our kids, just it's going to be the biggest off-season when you look, back years from now over the span of the program. This will be the biggest off-season. Got to get it right in this first off-season. And make sure we do things the right way. So we got to, as far as things that we know we have to work on, we've got to put our kids in as many uncomfortable positions as we can mentally, to where we work through adversity and work through it the right way. And off seasons when we're able to do that. And that it's going to be a challenge because we do have a lot of kids that participate in multiple sports, which is great. They need to go do that. And so it's not a 1 month fix. We've got to space it out over the completion of this game until we start practice next fall. But that's the biggest thing we have to do. I think that's been our biggest challenge this year, is just how we respond mentally to adversity. And the only way to fix that is in the off season and putting them in positions where they have to respond in a positive way, and their teammates have to step in and respond in a positive way. So that's the biggest thing for us. As far as redistricting and UIL, we'll kind of have to see that everything shows that, we were right on that cut line from last time of dropping down to Division II, but everything in the state shows a shift in numbers downward instead of upward because of everything going on in our state with legislation and the vouchers and homeschool, and so we're probably going to be right where we're at now. If the number, now they're saying the number might shift enough that some of the bigger schools in our current district go back up to 5A. So it's going to be interesting how it all plays out. But I think if we take care of ourselves and get better mentally and physically, it's not going to matter. We'll be okay. We're going to be where we want to be, and we're going to be at the top of the district like we want to be.
Have you, over the last few years for you as a head coach, is it always an adventure showing up at Region 7 on that particular day, and they open up the boxes and hear everything that you've heard of and rumored to be, doesn't turn out to be that way at all?
Yeah, so, it's interesting. The first few times I would go, I wasn't a head coach or an AD, and it was madness. But the last probably 6 or 7 realignments, they've started announcing the number in December to kind of give the breaks. And then in February you get the district, but at least you know what classification you're going to be in, so it makes the non-district scheduling a little bit better. So it's not quite as a madhouse, because now you just kind of get your district and you might be looking for 1 or 2 games. In the past, you were looking for every non-district game because you didn't know where you were going to fall. But yeah, it's a fun day. It's an interesting day, and it's an exciting day. So it's definitely one of those experiences that every coach needs to go experience.
And does it really work out that way to where, all right, maybe you are looking for 1 or 2 games, you can actually get those games filled right there in the room before you leave?
Oh yeah, that's usually how it always works. Very seldom are you going to leave there still looking for a game. But you open up the packet, see where you're at, all of a sudden you got a team in your district that you didn't think was going to be, that you have them non-district, and all of a sudden you're hollering what week you're looking for, and you match up with somebody in there and agree to play. So it's a fun time.
All right. Well, and then like I say, in addition to all that, you've got some varsity teams that are playing for championships. So obviously there's some talent on those teams, and you got to figure out how they fit in at the varsity level.
That's right. Very very excited about those groups. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade JV all playing for a district championship this week. So a lot of tools coming our way. Each class is a little bit different. Some bear more linemen, some bear more skilled kids, some have a good mix, and that's the fun part. Like how does putting those puzzle pieces together, and getting the most out of each group. collectively with all of them combined. So it's fun times ahead for sure. Definitely love the makeup of the future, and excited about the years to come.
But Friday night, senior night, last shot with this senior class, of which you come in again as their third head coach in the 4 years that they've been in high school. But you had to start somewhere, so that senior class has got you through this first season.
They have, and you said it. I was, as you were mentioning them, it was the first thing that popped in my mind. So very, I couldn't thank these guys enough for allowing us to lay the foundation of the future years with them. They bought into me. They bought into the other coaches that I was able to bring in, and just dove in head first, and we didn't have any pushback. Like they very easily could have pushed back on everything. Third head coach since they've been in high school, constant change, 3 offensive schemes, 3 defensive schemes, a different mentality on special teams, just all of it, a different mentality in the weight room, the way we train, summer training, like it was all of it. And they didn't push back one bit. They bought in. They showed up every single day. They gave it their all. I will always be very thankful for those guys for allowing us to do that and for them to approach it the way they did. So, I very thankful for them, and hope that what they learned this year benefits them moving forward, whether it's in college, in the workforce, and later on down in their life.
Very good. Well, I appreciate getting to know you and visit with you a little bit for the last 10 weeks or so, and maybe we'll move this thing forward and be talking 13, 14, 15 weeks in the future.
That sure is the plan. That would be great.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, presented by the Henderson Football Booster Club. Stay with us now for live coverage of Henderson Lions football, right here on KWRD and E-Tex Radio Group Station.
Has been crucial to the continued
And
success.
from Lions Stadium in Henderson, we say good evening to you. It is Henderson. It is Lindale. It is game number 10 of our 2025 football season. Mark McClain here. Jason Martin with us. He'll be handling our cameras tonight as always. Ken White on our video production. And we jump straight into it here following the coaches show because it is senior night. And we didn't want you to miss any of that, and so we will be checking in with Chad Boatwright here in just a second and get our senior night activities. As a matter of fact, we're underway right now, so we'll take it down to the field for senior night here at Lions Stadium.
Dakota Benavides, son of Tiffany and Ralph Benavides. Lamarian Coleman, son of Veronica Bagley and Victor Coleman. Trevin Davis, son of Stephanie and Chris Davis. Samaj Deckard, son of Demisha Van Zant and Diedrich Deckard. Jordan Irvin, son of Jackie and Joseph Irvin. Corey Harper, son of Robin Dixon and Cedric Harper. Vince Howard, son of Kelly and Micah Howard. Mason Jones, son of Melissa and Gary Jones. Brian Malone, son of Susan and Kevin Malone. Lane Meter, son of Kim Meter. Amari Murphy, son of Chiquita and Jemiah Murphy. Jabron Myers, son of Tanikra Harper. Kyron Pelham, grandson and son of Dorothy and Marcus Pelham. Josh Sifa, son of Jennifer and Tim Sifa. Justin Starling, son of Brandy Harkless and Jesse Starling. Connor Stewart, son of Valerie Reese and Daniel McMillan. Jaden Strand, son of Lamisha Carter. Ty White, son of Jana and John White. Varian Williams, son of Sawanda Anthony and Vincent Williams. Nedland Aguilar, daughter of Aaron Basaldua and Javier Aguilar. Caitlin Brooks, daughter of Shawnee and Kevin Brooks. Sarah Cabrera, daughter of Ruby and Christian Ariano. Estrella Luna, daughter of Maria Mendoza and Luis Luna. Jaslyn Garza, granddaughter of Maria Rodriguez. Sofia Montalongo, daughter of Diana and Jesus Montalongo. Luis Soriano, son of Nancy and Jose Luis Soriano. Malaya Washington, daughter of Nisha and Markel Washington. Christian Allen, son of Tracy and Michael Allen. Colton Baring, son of Jennifer Baring. Estrella Basaldua, daughter of Sarah and Sergio Basaldua. Alyssa Blaylock, daughter of Candace and Jonathan Blaylock. Morgan Bradley, daughter of Susan and Ken Bradley. Michael Burks, son of Jessica and Davy Burks. Stephen Chor, son of Chanta and Hang Chor. Diana Colorado, daughter of Francisca and Jose Colorado. Melinda Cooley, daughter of Becky and Chris Cooley. Tanner Davis, son of Rachel Davis and Kelly Davis. Victoria Dietert, son of Corina and Jeff Dietert. Madison Frost, daughter of Sherry and William Frost. Lori Gonzalez, daughter of Donna Bernal and Alex Andrade. Emily Hathorn, daughter of Cindy and James Hathorn. Tessa Haynes, daughter of Mary and Lance Haynes. Layla Hogan, daughter of Quintetta Sanders. Jennifer Luna, daughter of Vicky Sanchez and Mike Luna. Dylan Martinez, son of Vicky Murillo and Jose Luis Martinez. Mary Nix, daughter of Amy and Ronald Nix. Kayla Pelham, granddaughter of Dorothy Pelham. Joshua Ramirez, son of Jada and Vicente Ramirez. Hunter Rentz, son of Linda Grounds and James Rentz. Rory Richardson, daughter of Stephanie and Rocky Richardson. Jaslyn Rivera, daughter of Guadalupe Jose and Yvonne Rivera. Sophia Robinson, daughter of Kimberly and Justin Robinson. Yasmin Rocha, daughter of Veronica Real. Keandra Sibley, daughter of Trasha Finley and Brandon Sibley. Jasmine Soriano, daughter of Manuel Soriano. Max Suarez, son of Maricela Ramirez and Emiliano Suarez. Reagan Tully, son of Karen and Marshall Tully. Staley Weatherford, son of Nikki Driver and Carrie Weatherford. Lakivia Williams, daughter of Crystal Morris and Dalvin Anthony. Gabriela Yanez, daughter of Rocio Resendez and Martin Yanez. Elizabeth Bird, granddaughter of Sherry and Barry Sharp. Presley Koslow, daughter of Jennifer Webb and Jeremy Koslow. Olivia Crockett, daughter of Lindsay and Chase Crockett. Anna Kate Mansinger, daughter of Emily and James Mansinger. Madison Adams, daughter of Jackie Redwine and Rodney Adams. Loretta Anthony, daughter of Karen, Catherine, and Larry Anthony. Gabriel Aparicio, son of Jessica and Javier Aparicio. McKenna Appleton, daughter of Chrissy and Matt Appleton. Maggie Briscoe, daughter of Angie and Sammy Briscoe. Carrie Cruz, daughter of Esperanza and Luis Cruz. Valeria Delgado, daughter of Maria Martinez and Juan Delgado. Noah Doyle, son of Sabrina and Adam Doyle. Abigail Gomez, daughter of Veronica and Mario Gomez. Jimena Gonzalez, daughter of Lucia Landaverde and Juan Gonzalez. Maddox Hatchtel, son of Monica Hatchtel and Chris Hatchtel. Taraja Johnson, daughter of Latoya Hart and Charles Taylor. Araya Lacey, daughter and granddaughter of Angela Lacey and Teresa Dixon. Jonathan Lopez, son of Araceli Lopez. Jasmine Maciel, daughter of Yolanda and Alvaro Maciel. Aubrey Maldonado, daughter of Randy and David Maldonado. Jorge Pedraza, son of Maria Ramirez and Jaime Sanchez. Briley Rollinson, daughter of Tim Parker and Mike Rollinson. Justaya Rhodes, daughter and granddaughter of Tanaya Anthony and Bill Anthony. Nasia Ross, daughter of Nene and Ernest Ross. Alasha Tatum, daughter of Rashandra and Trent Ferguson. Miriam Torres, daughter of Marisol Sanchez.
Never mind. Let's do
Yareli Tovar, daughter of Vicky Murillo and Jose Luis Martinez. Mackenzie Boyce, daughter of Brittany Nickelberry. Gracie Massett, daughter of Cassie Campbell and Sean Massett. And Kylie Peavy, daughter of Kelly McMillan and Ross Peavy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please give these Lions another round of applause for all that they have done for HISD.
Senior night here at Lions Stadium as seniors all involved, band, drill team, football players, everything got introduced prior to this one here tonight. It is our S&A Cleaners pregame show here on KWRD 1470 98.5, our KWRD YouTube channel, Facebook page, network1sports.com, all of that bringing you tonight's contest with Henderson and Lindale. Never had a chance to really get the ball game officially started, so we're going to do that now.
Come on down here.
It's time for Henderson Lions football. Henderson Football is a sports presentation of the E-Tex Radio Group and KWRD, with broadcast rights granted by the Henderson Independent School District. Tonight's game is on KWRD 1470 and 98.5 and is being streamed online at KWRD985.com. You can also watch the game on the KWRD Facebook page and the Henderson ISD website. Henderson Football is brought to you by
AT&T Allcom, Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Gas and Supply, Griffiths Towing, Allure Academy, Henderson Football Boosters, Fairway Ford, Ballou Brothers, General Shelters, S&N Cleaners, Peterson's Home Furnishings, MTC, Wallace & Sons Wrecker Service, Cooper First Automotive, Cook & Son Roofing, Allure Aesthetics, Tarpworks, Simply Electric.
Now for tonight's game, let's go out to the stadium. Here's Mark McLean.
And we are here tonight at Henderson Lions Stadium. Got our official introduction done for us here this evening. I'm Mark McLean, Jason Martin out on our camera, Ken White back here on our video production. Certainly, Elisa Martin, our head of our catering department, the KWRD Catering and Commissary, all season long, and we appreciate all her help this season. And of course, Michael Searcy as well, our behind-the-scenes guru with all things video and am I allowed to say Michael Searcy and graphic in the same sentence? Okay, he is a graphic person, but we appreciate his help throughout this entire season as well. Tonight, it is the 2025 season finale. Chapel Hill made sure of that last week with the 56-35 victory over Henderson. So the Lions come in here tonight at 5-4 on the season, 2-3 in District 9 4A Division I play. So they wrap up the season. Do not have a playoff opportunity again this year. Again, the Lions have not made the playoffs since 2019. Still trying to get in there, and we will try again next year. Lindale, on the other hand, they are a playoff team once again this year as they come in here tonight 8-1 on the season and 4-1 in district play. Lindale Eagles head coach Chris Cochran in his 9th season. He's 67-40 in that time for the Hallsville and ETBU grad. Ricky Meeks in his first season at the Henderson helm is now 51-33 in 7 seasons as a head coach at Alto Center and here at Henderson. Beautiful night for a high school football game. We're looking at clear skies and 65 degrees at game time. Wind kicked up just a little bit in the last few minutes. It had been very calm, but now we've got a little bit of a breeze out there. Probably one of the few breezes that we've actually had this season. And the humidity at 65% here at game time this evening. So we appreciate you joining us here on this senior night here at Lions Stadium. And again, for Henderson and Lindale, it was a good contested ball game last year until Lindale got on the scoreboard, and once that happened, as I recall, in some rainy conditions there at Lindale at the end of the season, end of last year, then things got a little out of hand. Lindale won that one and on into the playoffs. Henderson in red jerseys tonight, red pants, the blue helmets as they take the field.
Again, this is our S&N Cleaners pregame show. And as we go into this final game here tonight, unfortunate, certainly unfortunate as far as some of the players that we won't have on the field for Henderson. Justin Starling, the 5'5 senior, injured in last week's contest at Chapel Hill. He's been so durable for the last 3 seasons, but then gets injured in that contest last week. And that's, that's bad enough that he gets hurt and cannot participate in his final game at Henderson High as a senior. To add to that is the fact that he was yards. Just a very few yards. They're still kind of even. Ricky Meeks telling me yesterday that they're still kind of re-looking and calculating and trying to figure out how close he was. I had him as about 75 yards short of the all-time Henderson rushing record set by Joe Wiley back in 1968. Henderson coaches think he might have been even closer than that. But 3,621 yards for him, but he will not get to play in the contest tonight. Jaden Bishop, backup running back, won't get to play as well. National anthem now down on the field.
Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to stand for a student expression. Please stand for the moment of expression. Tonight's invocation will be led by Mary Nix.
Please bow.
Dear Lord, thank you for giving us this day and the blessings you continually give us. Thank you for loving us and giving us your Son so that we can be saved and have eternal life with you. Lord, I thank you for your plan in having all of us here today, and I pray that everything we do is for your glory alone. I praise you for each gift you have given each of us for your glory, and I thank you for what you have done and will continue to do. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
There's the national anthem, pregame prayer here this evening as we get a little bit closer to the contest with Henderson and Lindale. Again, Lindale, they will be heading off into the playoffs next week as the second-place team out of District 9 4A Division I. Kilgore at 9-1 is how they end up their regular season. 6-0 in district play with a 56-6 win at Maybank last night. Lindale in second place at 8-1 overall, 4-1 in district play going into play tonight. Pine Tree is in third place at 5-4 on the season, 3-2 in district play, and Chapel Hill in fourth place at 6-4 and 3-3. And all four of those teams, they don't really have a clue as to who they're playing next week at the first round of the playoffs. Kilgore and Lindale know that they will host games, while Pine Tree and Chapel Hill will be on the road next week, but they really don't know who the top four teams in District
with the first half
10 are playing each other tonight. So that'll all sort itself out, I guess, after tonight is concerned.
But for Henderson, again, senior night, Justin Starling, though, will not play. Jaden Bishop, the junior running back, will not play. He was injured just a few plays after he came into the game last week as a running back. So there was a lot going on there last week at Chapel Hill. Lions had a 28-7 lead in that ball game in the second quarter and couldn't hold on. Chapel Hill came back to win that one last week.
The tradition of excellence at Henderson ISD.
I believe we're going to have a special moment here prior to the ball game.
Taken to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Henderson.
Get the fight song and everything for that one. Well done. Always good to have both teams involved in a play for that.
Scoring a touchdown for the Lions. A big thank you to Chicken Express for donating the meal for tonight's stadium workers. Again, we thank Chicken Express for donating our meals.
All right, well, I think we're about ready to get this contest underway here tonight as Henderson will be kicking off. So, yeah, when it comes to who's playing and who's not and all that kind of stuff, that may be from both teams' standpoint. This will be kind of a go as you are type game here as the kickoff comes over here to the near side of the field. Ends up being taken by Jackson Price for Lindale.
Making the stop, making the big hit, number 14, Marion Lamar Coleman.
So we'll get this ball game underway here tonight. 11:58 to go here in this first quarter. And Lindale will start at their own 40-yard line. Eagles in all white tonight. White jerseys, blue numerals, white pants, white helmets, as they will go left to right here in this first quarter. David Lindig is their junior quarterback. He'll start with two backs in the backfield, Hank Thurman and Emilian Johnson. So from the shotgun on the first play of the ball game here this evening, handoff's going to come to Thurman. Thurman running near side. It's going to be escorted out of bounds into the Henderson bench area. Coming up to make the stop for Henderson was Justin Howard.
Making the stop for the Lions, number 16, Justin Howard.
So ball game underway here tonight at Lions Stadium. Busy weekend coming up in Henderson. Busy day tomorrow, which we'll talk more about here a little bit later on, as the next play is going to be a running play straight up the middle. On the carry that time was Emilian Johnson. He had quite a night against Henderson last year. Has not seen as much playing time this year. 78 carries coming into the ball game tonight for 387 yards. On On the next play, it's going to be a handoff again to Thurman. Thurman going around left end, and he will get down inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line for a nice gain and a first down for Lindale. So for Lindale, got the quarterback, 2 running backs, motion across the backfield. You got a lot going on. And David Lindig, the junior quarterback, stands there right in the middle of all of that and figures out who he wants to distribute the football to. Now motion across the backfield once again. This time Lindig drops back to pass, fires a pass downfield. It is caught and out of bounds over on the far side of the field. That is going to be Brody Copeland. Copeland, a junior wide receiver coming into the ballgame here tonight. That's his 20th reception of the season. 20 catches, 383 yards, and a couple of touchdowns coming into the ballgame here tonight. On the next play, Lindig again, far side of the field. Pass right in front of the Lindale bench. And that time, a completion to Caden Fowler. Fowler, 26 receptions on the season coming in for him.
Making the stop, number 24.
Well, think about Lindig. He throws the ball all over the place to everybody. As he waits on the snap from center on the next play, hands off straight ahead. Running play coming near side. This is going to be Fowler on the carry this time. And Fowler inside the 10. They'll mark him inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. So for Fowler, in addition to his 26 catches, that's his 21st run of the season. Over 200 yards rushing for him. On the next play, Lindig, snap from center, handoff, running play coming near side. That's going to be Thurman in the end zone for the Lindale touchdown.
Lindale, number 5, Hank Thurman.
So for Lindale, they take the opening kickoff, move it right down the field. And with 9:27 to go here in this first quarter, a 4-yard touchdown run for Thurman. And for Thurman, that is his 18th rushing touchdown of the season. For Lindale, Elijah Pollard is their extra point kicker. Good snap from center. And his kick is up and good.
And from the hold is number 1, David Lindig, number 20, Kendon.
So, we have a timeout on the field here with 9:27 to go here in this first quarter. It is Lindale leading the ball game by a 7-0 score. So 7-0 Lindale, 9:27 to go here in this first quarter. This is KWRT 1470 98.5.
Simply Electric is a local family-owned and operated business by Willie and Rochelle Odom, who provide the community with quality electrical services. They do residential, commercial, industrial, and oil field electrician work. Willie is a licensed electrician who will have your back and then some. Visit them at 806 West Main Street in Henderson or call them at 903-863-2311. It's Simply Electric.
For fully customized tarps built as tough as you, TarpWorks has you covered. TarpWorks serves the agriculture industry with tarps for livestock trailers, the freight industry covering the dump trucks and trailers, and the oil and gas industry. They have replacement parts and tarps and full systems in stock. TarpWorks even has slider systems. Whether you have a single truck or a fleet of 100, call 903-657-8987 or visit tarpworks.com. That's TARPWORX.com.
Lindale kicks off as we come back to play here at Lions Stadium in Henderson. 7-0. Lindale leads, and Henderson will have the football for the first time tonight. .9:27 to go here in this first quarter. And for Henderson, football will be spotted at their own 25-yard line. Lions be going right to left here as we look at them. Vince Howard. Handoff in the backfield, and let's see here. Again, it's going to be kind of running back by committee tonight, so we'll find out who we have there. Well, the first time around, it's going to be Jabron Myers on the carry. Expect to see Mike Russell, perhaps Jordan Irvin in the backfield. The Lions without Justin Starling and Jaden Bishop in the backfield tonight. On the next play, Vince Howard, shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, has pressure in his face. He is hit and dropped in the backfield. Coming in strongly to get him was Mason Heron, 5'7" senior, outside linebacker, defensive end. Pass incomplete brings up third down. Third 7 situation for Henderson. Football is at their own 28-yard line. 7-0, Lindale leads it. We have 8:42 to go here in this first quarter. 2 receivers near side, 1 at the far side for Henderson as Howard fakes a handoff, and as he turned around to do something with the ball, again, there was Heron right in his face. So Heron played on 2 different sides of the line on 2 plays and came after him both times. Going to bring up 4th down situation for Henderson, and that'll bring on Mason Jones to punt the ball away. So Jones will stand back at his own 4-yard line, and as he counts up the players, he realizes Henderson needs another one out there. And having done all that,
delay of game, number 11 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
All right, so Henderson didn't waste a timeout on that. Take the 5-yard penalty on the delay of game. Get the call there from Wes Hall, our referee of this Tyler chapter. And Mason Jones will punt from his own goal line. Ball ends up out at the 42-yard line, so Lindale is going to have a short field to work with here. 7:32 to go in this first quarter after the Lindale fair catch. They will have the football at the Henderson 42.
At the 42-yard line of the Lions.
Again, as we have throughout the season, I'd like to talk about the Adopt a Lion program, the sponsors that stepped up and helped out the Football Booster Club with the Adopt a Lion posters. Simply Electric, Teller Russell Insurance Agency, Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Brown Barbershop, Blazer Electric, just to name a few. Running play here for Lindale to start the drive. Not much going on. Down to the 36-yard line.
Number 5, Thurman again on the carry for the Eagles.
Hank Thurman, 5'9" junior on the carry.
Number 16, Justin Howard.
Here's Lindale back to the line of scrimmage. Get 2 backs in the backfield. Now motion out of the backfield. A little swing pass coming near side. Catch is going to be made there by Caden Fowler. Henderson faithful looking for a penalty on the block on the edge of the play there, but no call. And the pass play to Fowler ends up over here on the near side at the 33-yard line. Lindale, no huddle. They come right back to the line of scrimmage. Single back of the backfield is Thurman. Now motion across the backfield. Handoff goes to Thurman, and Thurman
inside the 30 down to the Henderson 26-yard line.
Making the stop, number 88.
Eric Garza in on the tackle for Henderson.
Run will be good enough for an Eagle. First down.
Had to look closely at the Henderson stats after last week, trying to figure out, Lamarian Coleman, I guess, gets credit for an interception. Garza ends up getting credit for the touchdown on that handoff that they made on the interception return over Chapel Hill. Two receivers near side. One of them jumped way ahead of time. Henderson players stopped, and the ball is thrown into the end zone. I don't see a flag anywhere, but the ball was incomplete, out of bounds. Wow.
Even pass intended for number 9, Brody Copeland.
Even my old eyes saw that. And
breaking the pass off number 6 for the Lions.
Anyway. No penalty, no score, nothing else. So we're back to the 25-yard line. 9:46 to go here. 5:46 to go in this first quarter. Motion across the backfield. Now the ball carrier turns around, runs the other way. That's Caden Fowler. Fowler started to his right, turned back to his left, ends up taking the handoff, and he'll get all the way down to the 10-yard line for a Lindale first down. First quarter of tonight's ball game, the service of Gas and Supply and Wallace & Sons Wrecker. So here's Lindale, first and goal at the 10-yard line. Football to right. Lindig waits for the shotgun snap, gets it, turns, hands off, a running play, and in the end zone quickly is going to be Million Johnson on the carry. His 9th touchdown of the season.
On the touchdown run, number 2.
Touchdown run Johnson of 10 yards for Lindale. Eagles making it look kind of easy here right now. 5:23 to go here in this first quarter.
Camden Lane, extra point.
On the extra point, Camden Lane
5:23 left play.
Doing the extra point kicking so far here in this game tonight. So he is 2 for 2 on his extra point kicks. And with 5:23 to go here in this first quarter, Lindale has extended their lead now to 14-0. So 14-0 Lindale, that is our score. Again, it's the regular season finale here at Lions Stadium, as Lindale has had the football twice and scored twice. Henderson going to be a challenge to more of our folks that were involved here in the Adopt a Lion sponsorship. Henderson Federal, Service Insurance Group, Gabriel Jordan Chevrolet, Griffiths Towing, Crockett AC and Heating, J-Best Financial, Parkway Wealth, Herschel's Restaurant, Fairway Ford, Adams Financial Group, Henderson Civic Center, 101 Fitness, Rush County Peace Officers Association. Just some of the many that did the Adopt a Lion posters this season. So here's Henderson out at the line of scrimmage. Running play for Jordan Irvin, and Irvin running hard around the right end. Picks up some yardage, gets up past the 30.
Number 5, Jordan Irvin on the carry. Making the stop, number 4.
Down to the 32-yard line. On second down, whistles blow prior to the start of the play as get Irvin on the carry, but we'll find out.
False start, number 75 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
There's Wes Hall. He is quick on the call there. He is our referee. Vincent Williams, the umpire. Head line judge, Tim Cummins. Line judge, Greg Greenwood. Josh Thompson, the back judge. Side judge, field judge, Kendrick Beecham. Our
Tyler chapter officials. As we go back to play, Howard back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Howard trying to break free, and he's going to be dropped back at the 22-yard line. Coming in on the tackle for Lindale.
Number 4, Asher Metters.
Asher Metters, senior linebacker.
Brings up 3rd down and 12 now for the Lions.
Loss of yardage back to the 23-yard line. 3rd down, 12 situation for Henderson. The Lions still looking for their first down in this ball game. Samaj Deckard will line up as a tight end on the right side of the formation. As back to pass. Pass launched downfield is going to be intercepted but out of bounds by Lindale. Pass intended for Lamarian Coleman, but again, lots of pressure on Vince Howard, and he was just able to just chunk it downfield as far as he could. Coleman was double teamed, really didn't have much for play on it here at the Henderson sideline. So Lindale, they've had the great field position and scored both times they've had the football tonight, and they're going to get it in good field position once again. 3:46 to go here in this first quarter. First quarter, a service of Wallace & Sons Wrecker and Gas and Supply. Well, Mason Jones had second thoughts about punting because he thought he was going to get blocked, tried to run with it, and that didn't stand much of a chance. So the ball is going to go over to Lindale, and they're going to have it at the Henderson 15-yard line.
Number 11, Chase Woodley, and number 18, John Rhodes on the tackle.
3:38 to go here in this first quarter.
First down and 10 from the
and it's going to be
for the Eagles.
Lindale first down at the Henderson 15-yard line. Fair skies here tonight. Nice moon coming up over the visiting bleachers as the handoff straight ahead. Not much going on there. Brian Williams in on the tackle. Eric Garza.
Emilian Johnson.
Mike Russell all in there on the stop.
Number 88, Eric Garza.
Baron Williams finds senior defensive lineman as Lindig back to pass on the next play, and this one is going to be in the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Lindale.
Touchdown, Lindale.
On the reception, on just a post pattern, Reed Carnathan scores the touchdown, and Lindale extends their lead with 3:01 to go in this first quarter. So Lane is on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is up and good. Timeout on the field here with 3:01 to go in this first quarter. Been all Lindale in this one so far as the Eagles have jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Step aside, take a break. Back here in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Ready to enhance your natural beauty? At Allure Aesthetics and Medical Spa, we specialize in helping you look refreshed, rejuvenated, and confident. From Botox and fillers to PDO threads, hydrofacials, skin treatments, medical weight loss, and much more. We're your trusted destination for safe, stunning results. Operated under the supervision of a medical director, nurse practitioner, and myself, a registered nurse. You can feel confident knowing you're in expert hands. We're located in Henderson, Texas. Book now at AllureAestheticsMedicalSpa.com.
21-0 Lindale, that is our score. As Lindale will kick off. Going to be taken by Henderson inside the 10, and Coleman
lost the football as he comes down the field, got past the 35-yard line, lost it, but I believe Henderson is able to get back on it. A little sigh of relief there that something finally happened Henderson's way as Lamarian Coleman had a nice return going on, had the ball taken out of his hands, but then Mason Jones was able to get on it at the 39-yard line. So for Henderson, they finally get to start somewhere other than their own 25.
First down and 10.
.248 to go here. In this first quarter. And again, for Henderson, it's going to be Vince Howard running the football.
Vince Howard on the keeper, making the stop, number 4. Asher Metters.
Vince is, I'm sure, running the ball more on senior night than he had planned. As Lindale is just really putting some pressure on him. Certainly realizing that Henderson does not have the run game tonight that they normally do. On second and 11, a quick pass, far side. Mason Jones on the reception, but Lindale defense just collapses on the play in a hurry. Andre Foster, the first to make contact with Mason Jones.
Number 24, Andre Foster.
And there was just no place to go.
11 now for the Lions.
And for Lindale, their defensive backs, Jackson LeGros is 6'3", Kalani Katanga is 6'3", Foster is 6'1". I mean, they've got a tall group of linebackers and defensive backs. On the next play, Howard back to pass. Again, here comes the pressure. Pass downfield. More of a desperation pass than anything else. As there was just no place to throw it, or if there was a place to throw it, Vince Howard's not being given time enough to look downfield to find that place. And with a minute 10 to go here in this first quarter, 21-0 Lindale lead, and Lindale is about to get the football back once again. Lions have yet to make a first down in this game. This time, Mason Jones gets the punt away. Fair catch is signaled for and taken by Lindale back at their own 25-yard line. So a nice punt from Mason Jones at least gets the field to flip a little bit. And with a minute 6 to go in the first quarter, Lindale is going to start this drive at their own 25. First quarter of Service Gas and Supply and Wallace & Sons record. Certainly a big thanks to all of our great sponsors throughout the season of Henderson football. First down, Lindig back to pass, fires it downfield. Man was wide open. Lindig had missed him anyway. It was out of bounds. But he was just a little bit open. Colton Dunn, the intended receiver. On second down, Lindig takes the snap from center, hands off to Thurman, and Thurman will get good yardage before Mike Russell gets him around the shoulder pads. Ends up with some help from Eric Garza to bring him down at the 35-yard line, but that should be enough for a Lindale first down. 42 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And it is Lindale first down at their own 36. And Lindig in the shotgun. Again, the handoff to Thurman. And again, Thurman will get some yardage before he is tackled by Eric Garza. Also coming in there to help out
was Lorenzo Allen.
Number 88, Eric Garza.
14 seconds to go here in this first quarter, and I believe that is how we're going to end it in this first quarter. Lindale has had the football 3 times. They have scored 3 times. Henderson still in search of their first down in this game. At the end of the first quarter here tonight on senior night at Lions Stadium in Henderson, all Lindale as the Eagles lead this one over to the Henderson Lions by a 21-0 score. We'll step aside, take a break. We are back here in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Since 1965, Cook & Son Roofing has been the local, reliable company helping folks with roofs, gutters, and ventilation. From new construction to remodels, even providing 24-hour emergency roof repairs from storm damage. They have a relationship with all the local insurance companies, so they understand how to assist you in the process, making it easier for you in times when you need it the most. Find them at cookandsonroofing.com. For a roof well done, call Cook & Son, 903-655-0997.
$21-0 Lindale. That is our scores. We get set to start this second quarter. For Lindale, right back to the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Lindig looks to his right, now looks downfield, and this one is going to be incomplete at the 35-yard line. Russell back defending on the play. East Tex Telephone Cooperative providing high-speed internet, phone service, and security systems. Doing that for over 75 years. 903-854-1000 is their number. Visit them at easttex.com. Back to play. Handoff. Amelia Johnson spins out of a tackle. Gets up to midfield into Henderson territory at the 49-yard line.
Making the initial stop, number 27, Jason Salisbury.
Drive started back at the Lindale 25-yard line. They have it now right in the middle of the field at the Henderson 48. Next play, Johnson once again on the carry.
On the carry, number 2.
Gets down to about the 41-yard line.
Johnson.
So Lindale, again, they don't huddle. They'll look over to the sideline and get their next play. And come right back to the line of scrimmage. Single back in the backfield is Johnson. And the fake handoff to Johnson. Lindig back to pass. Fires it downfield. Catch is going to be made over on the far sideline. Right in front of a Henderson defender. Brody Copeland on the reception. And Copeland gets it down inside the 20. They'll mark him all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Down for the Eagles.
Of course, last year it was a defensive struggle, as I recall, and then Lindale all of a sudden went the length of the field. They had the ball inside their own 10, went the length of the field in like 2 plays, and that really opened up the old floodgates, if you will, after that. Here on the next play, it's going to be a fake handoff. Lindig keeps it himself, and there he goes. He's got it split in the end zone, split a couple of defenders, and took it in the end zone for the score.
Number 1, David Lindig on the quarterback.
So Lindig with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. This one of 16 yards. Came with 10-11 to go in the second quarter. Lindale has had the football 4 times. They've scored 4 times. Lane on to attempt the extra point, and his kick is up and good.
Lane's extra point is good.
Well, this is turning into a rout in a hurry. But we have 10-11 to go here in this first half. Lindale leads the ball game by a 28-0 score. We'll step aside and take a break. We are back here in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
At Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service, you can count on technicians who know your vehicle and will repair your vehicle with precise care. Whether it be foreign or domestic, car, truck, or even big rig, Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service will diagnose your problem and seamlessly repair your vehicle's issues. It's time to get that repair done on your vehicle, so be sure to see the pros at Cooper First Automotive and Truck Repair, located at 3486 Highway 79 South in Henderson. Cooper First Automotive is a proud sponsor of Henderson High School sports for the 25-26 season.
28-0 Lindale lead as Lane has the football teed up once again. Tired of kicking off to the goal line, so he decides he'll kick it short this time. Ends up out of bounds. So we'll see what Henderson will get an extra few yards out of that. And with the kickoff going out of bounds, clock.
5-yard will be tacked on from where the ball went out of bounds. First down, Henderson.
Well, interestingly enough, ball went out of bounds. Clock never stopped. Clock's still running. Ball went out of bounds about 9:45 on the clock, and it's still running now. I trust we have not gone to a running clock already. But here's Vince Howard faking a handoff, keeping it himself, and getting up to the 47-yard line. And this drive started at the 40-yard line. Well, now the clock has stopped. I'm not sure now. It didn't stop when it should have, and then it did stop just on a normal running play. All right, now the official has it running again. High snap from center. Howard brings it down, hands off, and the Lindale defense smothers up the Henderson ball carrier in a hurry. Jordan Irvin on the carry.
Stop, number 0.
Caleb Walker in on the tackle for Lindale.
For the Lions, number 5, Jordan Irvin.
A timeout on the field here. RES Air Conditioning for all your heating and cooling needs. Call RES Heating and Air Conditioning, 903-657-5349. One of our great sponsors for this season. Also, Bulldog Built. It's custom metal fabrication and also a double diamond flatbed dealer. If you can dream it, Jeff can build it for you at Bulldog Built. Give Jeff a call, 903-353-4703. Well, of course, football here tonight. Then tomorrow, it is the 36th Heritage Surf Festival, downtown Henderson, and at the Depot Museum. It is going to be a busy, busy day. It's going to be a beautiful day, so you can only imagine the crowds are going to be in Henderson on Saturday for Surf Festival. But hope you get a chance to come out and be a part of that. Many of you probably will be a part of that. But it'll be a lot of fun, as it always is, at the Depot Museum and in the downtown area. Also tomorrow, understand the Tri-County Football Alliance has got some Super Bowl games going on at Carthage High School at their stadium. Henderson teams represented, playing at 10 a.m. and at 2 p.m. on Saturday. So check that out if you can. Lindale defensive lineman Cam Beeson being helped off over to the far side of the field as we go back to play. Handoff, running play, and it went nowhere. Jabron Myers was tackled immediately. Lincoln Lang came shooting through and made the tackle in the backfield.
On the carry, number 25, Jabron Myers. Making the stop, number 21, Lincoln Lang.
So again, for Lindale, it's just like Lindale is just toying with Henderson.
Brings up 4th down.
And it'll be another 4th down situation.
Not for the Lions, number 11, Mason Jones.
That drive started at the 40, so the Lions still have yet to make a first down. So a 10-week season. Got to delay a game now on Henderson to move them back 5. Boy, in a 10-game season, you know, you can start off the season scoring 49 points or against our fine Athens team. Then you score 52, 50, 56, 67. And here in game 10, you're having a hard time getting a first down because things change and things change in a hurry. Snap to Mason Jones on the punt attempt. Dropped the football, picked it up. By that time, Lindale was surrounding him, had to do something with it, and really had no room to do anything with it as he is swarmed under back at the 28-yard line. So Lindale is going to start again. Now the field position has been flipped again. And Lindale will start the drive at the Henderson 28-yard line. So on first down, empty backfield, Lindig back to pass, fires it downfield, and this one is incomplete. Had a couple of receivers down that direction, and the pass ended up kind of falling right in the middle of both of them. Thurman was down there. Also down there, I believe, was Carnathan. Brings up 2nd and 10 for Lindale. This time the handoff will go to Thurman, and Thurman makes his way through the Henderson defense down inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. For Lindale, one of the receivers had a pretty good block on Dakota Benavidez and kept that block up for quite some time. It is 3rd and a yard for Lindale. Shotgun snap to Lindig, handoff coming to Thurman around left end, and Thurman inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line for another Lindale first down, 1st and goal.
Thank you, Thurman. Making the stop, number 3, Amari Murphy.
6:22 to go here in this first half. Second quarter, service of Randall Dodge and Cook & Son Roofing. For Lindale, handoff.
Number 5.
Defensive play made by Henderson on Thurman. Russell in on the tackle for the Lions.
33, Mike Russell making the stop. Flag on the field.
Got a penalty flag down, I believe.
12 men on the field. Defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, Lions have enough issues with Lindale offensively and defensively, committing some penalties here tonight as well. So it's a 1st and goal inside the 5. Handoff, Amelia Johnson. And Amelia Johnson is not going to make it in the end zone that particular occasion. Got close. Yet Lindale leads the ball game by a 28-0 score.
88, Eric Garza. And number 40.
Knocking on the door for some more here. Football at the 2-yard line. Thurman, single back in the backfield next to Lindig. Now everybody shifts over to the right side of the formation. Handoff goes to Thurman, and Thurman just steps his way in the end zone for another easy Lindale touchdown. Now penalty flag goes flying as again, now 3 or 4 flags go flying. As Lindale, they get a block, they hang on to that block. Sometimes they hang on to that block after the conclusion of the play. And that might have been part of what happened there. 9:17 to go here in the first half. 2-yard touchdown run by Amelia Johnson, his second. Or check that, it was Thurman on the carry. Officials over on the far sideline talking with Chris Cochran and his staff what is going on out on the field. And now I'm sure Wes Hall, our referee, will come over and talk with Ricky Meeks as well, let him know what's going on out on the field. And we'll see how it all gets sorted out here in just a moment. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Fairway Ford halftime show. And on our Allure Aesthetics halftime interview, going to be talking with some middle school coaches, 7th and 8th grade coaches who had quite a night last night. So we'll be talking with them. Let's get our referee.
After the play, there are several fouls. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 90 of the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 60, the offense. Then after the play, number 90 received his second UNS. Therefore, he has disqualified himself from the game. Result of the play is a touchdown. The 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Open your eyes!
All right, so Samaj Deckard, another senior, will find himself out of the ball game here tonight, so that'll change things on the offense as well, because Deckard was playing a lot of the floating tight end H-back position, if you will. 34-0 is our score, and we have an extra point that needs to be attempted. Lane is on to attempt the extra point. Lindig will hold it for him. And his kick is up and good. With 9:17 to go here in this first half, Lindale has extended their lead now. Lindale has scored every time they've had the football tonight, lead this ball game by a 35-0 score. We'll step aside, take a break. Back here in just a moment. This KWRT 1470 98.5.
Here's Colton Wallace talking about Wallace & Sons Wrecker in Henderson.
I love giving this service. This is what I've always done, and I love it. It makes me feel good that I can take care of somebody when they're in need. If y'all ever feel like y'all are in need of this service, promise you right now, you can call me and I can come get you anywhere. I service Longview, Kilgore, Jacksonville, Carthage, Marshall, all them areas.
Call 903-657-7271 for Wallace & Son Wrecker Service in Henderson.
Management Training Corporation is hiring. They offer highly competitive pay, excellent promotional opportunities, MTC college tuition reimbursement, paid internships towards a career in substance abuse counseling. MTC offers 401k, health insurance, dental insurance, vision coverage, and finally, paid time off, including holidays. This is the game-changing career you've been looking for. Apply at mtcjobs.com and make the first step of your new career.
All right, so the penalty yardage that was marked off On the kickoff, we'll have Lindale kick it off from the Henderson 45-yard line. And for Lindale, yep, they will just pooch it down the field. Little onside kick, looking for a high bounce. Got the bounce, but Mason Jones able to get on the ball at the 25-yard line. So I guess I should say that Chris Cochran, the head coach at Lindale, and I are kind of on the same same path here. I was like, don't. I don't care if you are ahead 35-0. Don't boom it out of the end zone. What good does that do anybody? And so he didn't. But the Lions end up with it. Pass comes near side, catch made. That is Myers out of the backfield, and Jabron Myers gets up to the 28-yard line before he is tackled out of bounds. Well, of course, trailing 35-0.
Howard's pass complete to number 25.
Henderson faithful feel that any play that lasts longer than the whistle should be something, and they're not getting it. For Henderson, second down. Running play up to the 30. Again, Myers on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 5. And again, the Lions still in search of their first down of the ball game.
Number 25. Myers on the last carry.
35-0. Lindale lead.
21.
And here we are on 3rd down. Vince Howard, hands off, running play, and this again is going to be Myers, and Myers will get the first down up at the 36-yard line. A little smattering of applause in the stands below us as the Lions get that first down of this ball game, and it comes with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. On the next play, again, it's going to be a running play coming near side. And again, gang tackling for Lindale. And that draws the ire of the Henderson faithful. Tell if it was Myers or Jordan Irvin on that carry. In all, Lindale in this one so far tonight at 35-0. Lions without Justin Starling, without Jaden Bishop, now without Samaj Deckard. On the next play, Howard back to pass, swing pass out of the backfield. Incomplete on a pass that was intended for Myers.
Howard's pass intended for Myers is incomplete.
And of course for Vince Howard as a senior, he's getting to play this one here tonight. Blake Meeks, who has seen a lot of playing time, alternating playing time with Vince Howard this season, played last night, so he's not available tonight, as here comes a pass right across the middle of the field, and running downfield inside the 20, inside the 10, it's Mason Jones. 59-yard touchdown strike. Howard to Jones on senior night. Henderson on the scoreboard here with 2:18 to go in the second quarter. Juan Navarro on to attempt the extra point. Aiden Perry will hold it for him, and his kick is up and good.
And the extra point is good.
So Henderson Lions do strike quickly on the 59-yard touchdown pass. Vince Howard to Mason Jones. And Henderson is on the scoreboard. We have 2:18 to go here in this first half. And it is now Lindale 35, Henderson 7. We are back here in just a moment. This is KWRD 1470, 98.5.
You can get in-stock cash savings at Peterson's when you come inside, relax, and save on your new furniture. Peterson's is delivering a new level of comfort with fabric or leather sofas, solid wood bedrooms and dining rooms, accent pieces and accessories, with cash savings discounts of $200 to $600 off all in-stock items. Plus, you always need new rugs and accessories, and we have both in stock at 20% to 50% off. Come in today and see why there's no place like home with Peterson's. Peterson's Home Furnishings in historic downtown Henderson. It's time to think about home.
35-7. Henderson on the scoreboard here this second quarter with 2:18 to go in the quarter. It was Vince Howard, just a little slant pattern, post pattern, across the middle of the field. We've seen a couple of teams do that to Henderson the last couple of weeks, so Lions do it themselves, and worked out very nicely. Had to keep looking down to my roster to make absolute sure I was looking at who I was looking at. Since when did Mason Jones have that kind of speed? Here, the ball gets away from Lindale on the kickoff, ends up going out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and so that is where Lindale is going to start the drive. Well, 35-7. I want to say getting up 35-0 is supposed to work in your favor, but then again, getting up 28-7 like the Lions did last week, that's supposed to work in your favor too, and it kind of backfired. So who knows? So here's Lindale on first down. Running play over the right side of the offensive line. That is
Megan
Johnson on the carry. Offensive line, Cameron Griffin, Zai Smith, Trey Kincaid, Giovanni Garcia, Landon Hernandez for Lindale.
Please put 2 minutes on the game clock.
All right, so, well, that's interesting. We'll hear our referee say put 2 minutes on the clock. It's supposed to stop at whatever it lands on after 2 minutes. He's backing it up and putting exactly 2 minutes on the clock, so that's interesting. First time this season that we've heard that. 2-minute notification, though. I will tell you, through the first 9 weeks of the season, I thought it was prime real estate for a prime sponsorship. But here in week 10 of the season, our 2-minute notification is still sponsored by no one. Lindale leads at 35-7. And on this senior night, coming up at halftime, Henderson band performance, line-out drill team, have all that for you as we go back to play. Johnson on the carry, and he gets swarmed under by Henderson defenders back at the 19-yard line.
Johnson on the carry.
Several Henderson defenders in there, Varian Williams among others, in on that tackle. So Lindale right back to the line of scrimmage on the very next play. Again, a running play straight ahead. This time, again, is Amelia Johnson. Senior running back. 1:20 to go here in this second quarter. And for the first time tonight, Henderson defense holds Lindale will not score on this possession. They will punt for the first time tonight. Lindig is their punter, their quarterback, so that's always a challenge. Averages 34 yards per kick. Stands back at his own 10-yard line, and he runs around like he wants to pass, and then he decides to kick it downfield. Ball rolls inside the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line, so Henderson will have it at their own 34. 35-7 our score with 36 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down and 10.
So again, at halftime, we'll have the Henderson band, line a drill team, and also our halftime interview, talking with a couple of coaches of the middle school level. And in all honesty, it was an interview that was done prior to the Thursday night games. But I'll tell you that the Thursday night turned out real good for Henderson. Here is a running play. It is Jordan Irvin on the carry. Irvin gets up past the 40, up to about the 45-yard line. And Henderson will call for a timeout.
That's their first charge, timeout of the half.
So Henderson takes a timeout with 29 seconds to go in this first half. Lindale leads the ball game by a 35-7 score, and we are going to step aside and take a break. Back here in just a moment. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
S&N Cleaners and Laundry Service in Henderson is the only full-service in-house dry cleaners in Russ County. That means that your clothes stay right where you drop them off. Quick turnarounds for shirts, pants, dresses, suits, and even your bedding like comforters. S&N Cleaners and Laundry for all your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Go see Wayne and his staff for great service and great value. S&N Cleaners, 215 East Fordall in Henderson. See them on Facebook or call 903-657-4545 today.
After the Henderson timeout with 29 seconds to go here in this first half, Lions back to the line of scrimmage. Lindale showing blitz, and the pass downfield is going to be caught on the sideline. Mason Jones with the reception. Penalty flag came flying in. Official there on the spot says that Jones was out of bounds, though. So if that's the case, then whatever penalty there was will go back to the line of scrimmage. So hold everything here. Mason Jones thinks he caught the pass.
The pass on the field has been ruled incomplete. Pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down Henderson.
Yep, so not quite the yardage that Henderson had hoped for. That they were lining up at the line of scrimmage ready to run the play from where Mason Jones thought he caught it, but he caught it out of bounds. And so we go back to the original line of scrimmage, mark off 15 yards, and Henderson will have the football here right in front of us at the Lindale 41-yard line. Howard back to pass, steps up in the pocket, now looking for somebody to throw it to or someplace to run to, and he cannot get out of bounds as he is tracked down from behind by the middle linebacker, Lincoln Lang. So Lang with the tackle on Vince Howard before he could make it to the sideline, gets him to the 40, and that's where Henderson will call for another timeout. 35-7 our score. You know, for the Lions, all things considered, if somehow you can finagle another touchdown here before halftime, it makes for an interesting halftime locker room, that's for sure. But the Lions look just totally out of it at 35-0. And then Howard hit Mason Jones on a 59-yard touchdown pass. And all of a sudden, the Lions have a little life to them. Lindale, for a quarter and a half, looked just very impressive. But here, it's Henderson football at the 40-yard line. 12 seconds to go in the half. Back to pass. Howard dropped at the 43-yard line. Pressure came from several different directions.
Yes, from Metters.
It was Metters in there on the tackle, among others. And Henderson calls for their final timeout with 1 second to go. Well, definitely out of Yvonne Navarro's field goal range. I've never seen him try one this far, so I'm assuming we're out of his range. 1.6 seconds to go here in the half. Of course, for Vince Howard, other than very rare occasions, he hadn't had any time really to load up and throw the ball downfield. So if he doesn't have time to throw it the 40 yards for the end zone, maybe Henderson has a trick play up their sleeve that they may want to pull out right about now. So Howard back to pass, and here comes the pressure. Football is dropped. Howard able to get back on it, and that is how this first half is going to end. So Lions just really never had a chance to set up any play to try and get downfield and get toward the end zone. So a Lindale 35-0 lead ends up being a 35-7 halftime score here at Henderson Lions Stadium on this senior night. So coming up at halftime, we will have our halftime interview talking with some Henderson Middle School coaches. We'll do that here in just a moment, then get to the Henderson band performance a little bit later on in our halftime activity. We'll step aside, take a break. At the half, it is Lindale 35, Henderson 7. We are back here in just a moment. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
Blue Brothers in Henderson is your authorized General Shelters dealer. General Shelters of Texas offers complete finished prefab pier and beam style cabins with appliances included, ready for you to move in. There are 20 models to choose from. 1 bed, 1 bath, up to 3 bed, 2 bath. There's one right for you. These homes hold their value and are built to last. Find yours today at Blue Brothers on Highway 64 in the Loop in Henderson. Call 903-657-2743 to order yours today.
When it's time for a new or pre-owned vehicle, you're invited to stop in and save at Fairway Ford in Henderson, your local family-owned Ford dealer for over 29 years. Experience personalized customer care with service valet pickup and delivery at their service department and the hometown treatment and sales you deserve. At Fairway Ford in Henderson, they treat you the way you want to be treated. Browse their inventory online at fairwayfordhenderson.net or stop by their showroom, and remember to look for the big blue sign on 79.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings each Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Meeks will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game nights, get great food at the Booster Club concession stand, as well as all your Henderson Lions gear at the Booster Club merchandise trailer. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
Ready to enhance your natural beauty? At Allure Aesthetics and Medical Spa, we specialize in helping you look refreshed, rejuvenated, and confident. From Botox and fillers to PDO threads, hydrofacials, skin treatments, medical weight loss, and much more. We're your trusted destination for safe, stunning results. Operated under the supervision of a medical director, nurse practitioner, and myself, a registered nurse. You can feel confident knowing you're in expert hands. We're located in Henderson, Texas. Book now at AllureAestheticsMedicalSpa.com.
Halftime here tonight at Henderson Lions Stadium. This is our Fairway Ford halftime show. And thanks to Keisha King all the folks at Allure Aesthetics and Allure Academy for being our great sponsors all throughout the season. And Allure Aesthetics sponsors our halftime interview. Had a chance yesterday prior to their games. We'll talk about what happened the games themselves here in a moment. But prior to the games yesterday, had a chance to sit down and talk with some Henderson Middle School football coaches and find out what's going on with them, and that is our halftime interview for this week. Henderson Middle School well represented here today, and for the first time, and from what I'm understanding, it might be the first time ever, Bill Toon is with us. Greetings to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Seriously, this is your first time ever in the station?
Yes.
Any station?
Any station.
Got a microphone in your face for the first time?
First time.
Oh, wow. And you're threatening to sing?
No.
No, you mentioned it.
I mentioned it.
All right, very good. All right, so Coach Toon is with us. Jeremy Sykes is here as well. Greetings to you. Tell everybody, because this is both of y'all's first year at Henderson ISD, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody what you're doing, and then we'll dive off into the past. But what are you doing right now?
All right, right now I'm the junior high middle school coordinator at Henderson. We're in football season right now, so that's what we're doing now. Last game is tonight with Lindale. Both 8th graders are fighting for a district chance, both undefeated.
Very good. So needless to say, it's been a great season.
Yes, sir.
Jeremy, what are you doing?
I coach the special teams for 7th and 8th grade, and I'll be coaching basketball when we get done with football season. And I look forward to finishing the season great. But like Coach Toon said, we are fighting both teams for district championship.
Okay, so you got 7th grade.
7th and 8th grade. Yes.
And 8th grade. And you're
7th and 8th.
All right, so my 7th and 8th grade was combined one team.
Oh, yeah.
In junior high.
Right.
That ain't the case anymore, is it?
No, sir.
How many teams do you have?
We have 2 8th grade teams. There's an 8th grade A, 8th grade B. There's a 7th grade A, 7th grade B. And we have approximately about 25 to 30 on each team.
Wow.
So.
Okay. And out of those 4 teams, everybody playing for something on Thursday night?
The 7th A and the 8th A are fighting for the district champs, and I think the 8th grade A may be. The 7th grade A, I think they lost 2, I think. So their record's going to be probably tonight after we played Lindale, they're going to be 6-2.
Okay, but needless to say, a good
season for them. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I guess at the middle school level, that's kind of where it all starts. Is trying to figure out: are you going to be a big old lineman? Are you going to be the next great running back? What are you going to be? And you guys are the ones that have to kind of figure it out.
Yes, sir.
Easy done, right?
No, sir.
That's one myth already out of the way.
Yes.
Well, tell everybody, Coach Toon, I'll start with you. Give everybody a little bit of your background, how you ended up here.
I've been coaching this is my 38th year. I had a coach in high school that was a mentor, and I knew right when I went to college that's what I wanted to be. So I started out in Paul Pewitt, and then I went to Jefferson for 10 years. And after Jefferson, I went to Gladewater for 1. And after Gladewater, I went to Chapel Hill for 19. I retired from Chapel Hill, went to work for Christian's Health as a laundry guy, driving a truck. And then one of my coaches I used to coach with, he got the Russ job, which is now on this staff, Thomas Sitton.
Okay.
He's the DC here. He got the Russ job, and he called me and said, "You want to come out of retirement?" In which I did. So I was at Russ for 5 years. And then when Coach Sitton came with Coach Meeks over here to Henderson, they had a junior high coordinator's job open. Coach Meeks and Coach Sitton called and said they would like to have me. So I've moved from Russ to Henderson. This is my first year here.
Have you ever done anything like what you're doing now?
Yes. Out of 38 years, 36 of them have been junior high.
Okay.
So
you're used to that age group?
Yes, sir.
And I know you got your hat on.
Yes.
I'm assuming the hair's probably either gray or gone.
It's really gray. So.
Yeah, because I figured it's either one or the other.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay, very good. So other than that short time away from it, got back into it and just having a good old time.
Yes, sir. Love it to death. I wouldn't do anything else. I mean, I think this is what God called me to do, and I'm thankful I'm here in Henderson this year.
Coach Sykes, tell us about where you've been.
This is my third year coaching. I was at center the last 2 years with Coach Meeks. I came up to Henderson with him. Prior to coaching, I taught 1 year at Pine Tree, elementary level. That was definitely an adventure for me.
Sure.
I wasn't ready for elementary, but now I'm middle school level. I love middle school level.
All right, so we've got one coach here with less than 5 years experience and another one with just under 40, right?
Yes, sir.
But as you move around, and, that's kind of the name of the game. You are going to move around. But it's all the friendships and relationships that you've built over the years. Because when a coach that you have worked with or know of or whatever, when he calls,
it's great to hear from.
Yeah.
And it's an honor to just be thinking of that. Yeah, he wants you here. Let's go here.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this: we have a great junior high staff. It's the best one I've had in 38 years.
Yeah.
They are all really good.
Well, tell folks who you have on your staff and who's coaching what.
Yes, sir. I got Coach Weeks. He calls the offense for the 8th grade. I got Coach Brooks. He calls the offense for the 7th grade. I got Coach Hayes, Randall Hayes. He coaches the defense for both grades. Of course, you just met Coach Sykes. He does the special teams for both grades. And they are all really good coaches, good with kids. And I just think we have a great junior high staff. They're all a great group to work with, and we all get along. And I just love them to death.
Very good. So a good group that you have there. All right, Coach, you've been doing this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this a long time. There was a time where on Friday nights you weren't at
the game.
You weren't at your team's game.
Right. It's called scouting. We had We had to go in a school vehicle and other games, the next opponent's game, and
you were filling out scouting cards
and scout reports and making charts, weight charts, and seniors and who were playing what position.
And now, Coach Sykes, you just hear about those stories, right?
Yeah, I just hear about them. I do the scouting on film we trade with other schools.
It's a whole different deal.
Yes, a lot more technology. A lot more.
Does it feel weird to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Real weird.
Because on Friday nights now, what are you doing?
Well, Friday nights I usually, I help set up the end zone camera, and then my major job on Friday nights is what they call the get back coach.
You're the guy, huh?
I'm the guy. I keep the kids behind that white line. At least try to.
Yeah, well, the kids are the coaches.
Oh, yeah. The kids and the coaches.
Yeah.
I pull coaches back and everything else. And sometimes the coaches look at you like, what are you doing? So you got to get back.
Which one's the hardest one to control?
That's
Come on,
tough.
Put it out there.
I'm going to say it's probably Coach Sitton.
Okay, if he gets out where about the numbers,
or even off the white, even when the referee say get off the white and get me sometimes there, but he's pretty good about when I touch him on the hip, he knows he's got to get back.
All right, you don't have a cord attached to him or anything.
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, very good. Yeah, defensive coaches are like that, though.
Yes,
aren't they?
They are.
They find a way.
They want to make sure everybody sees the signals on the field and stay there. But when he signals and he needs to get back, but he's pretty good.
All right, very good. Coach Sykes, what are you doing on Friday nights?
I help set up the media that we have up in the press box for film.
Because that's a whole different deal now. And a lot of that started just this year, wasn't it, with the
iPad?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, with the laptops and iPads, yes, sir.
Because... correct me if I'm wrong, because this is all kind of so new, I don't even totally understand it, but the team or the coaches are able to actually watch some video at halftime?
Yes, sir. We're able to watch at halftime now.
So you get like kind of a halftime visual as to what's going on out there.
Yes, sir.
Gee. Didn't have that a few years ago.
No, sir.
All right, so things are rapidly changing. Are you cool with this as an old timer like me? Because I'm slow to change on a lot of stuff.
I am probably cool with it as long as I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Because I'm not very good with the technology since I'm an old school coach. But since I'm not doing it, and I think it's great because the kids get to see and the coach get to see what needs to be done at halftime, make adjustments. difference. So I think it's great for that game. But as far as me doing it, that would be different.
Yeah. So our middle school coaches, appreciate them joining us here this week on our halftime interview. And they, yes, 7th and 8th grade, they all won in their ball games last night and won those championships and all of that at the 7th and 8th grade level last night. Okay. Now we have to move on. Lindale Band is off the field. Henderson Band is on the field. And this is our Fairway Forward halftime show and the Henderson Band.
2025-2026 Lineette officers are Junior Lieutenant Avery Wolf, Senior Lieutenant Araya Lacey, Senior Lieutenant Briley Rollinson, Senior Lieutenant Alicia Tatum, First Lieutenant Aubrey Maldonado, Captain Maggie Briscoe, Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as the Lineettes perform a palm routine to the Wilson Pickett hit, Land of a Thousand Dances. This week's Lineette of the Week is Loretta Anthony. Spirit Girl of the Week is Nasia Ross. The Henderson High School Lineettes are under the direction of Mrs. Monica Hatchell and Addison Pope. Welcome to the field, the award-winning Henderson High School Line Pride Majorettes. Please watch as they perform this evening with the Line Pride Band and Majorettes to the One Direction hit, Drag Me Down. Joining the Line Pride Majorettes this evening is the Henderson Middle School 8th grade Majorette line, accompanied by the combined Henderson High School Line Pride Band and their HMS 8th grade band. Let's give them the Friday Night Lights experience and make some noise for them as they perform to the Beyonce hit, Crazy in Love. As in the tradition at senior night football games across the state, we will now announce the senior in bow sweetheart. The 2025-2026 band bow is Mr. Staley Weatherford. And the 2025-2026 band sweetheart is Miss Rory Richardson. Congratulations, Staley and Rory. The Henderson High School Majorettes are under the direction of Mrs. Paige Kitt.
All right, our halftime activities here tonight. The Henderson High Band, Middle School Band, Majorettes, Lionettes, everybody involved here at halftime tonight on this senior night here at Lions Stadium. Our Fairway Ford halftime show. Wrapping it up here before we get started with the second half. Again, thanks to Allure Aesthetics with our halftime interview. And again, congratulations to our 7th and 8th grade coaches, because they did win those games last night against Lindale. 7th and 8th grade got the sweep on all 4 games. So our congratulations to those coaches as well. All right, halftime here tonight at Lions Stadium. It has been pretty much all Lindale in the first half of this one. Lindale jumped out to a 21-0 first quarter lead, scored 14 more in the second quarter, led 35-0 before Henderson got the 59-yard touchdown pass of Vince Howard to Mason Jones. Extra point from Yvonne Navarro makes it 35-7, and that is where we are at halftime. Again, Henderson closing out the regular season. Lindale moving on to the state playoffs again next week. Not sure they have determined who their first-round opponent will be, but it will be in Lindale, as Lindale and Kilgore will be hosting playoff games, while Pine Tree and Chapel Hill will be on the road. Well, as Henderson makes their way back out onto the field, we'll step aside, take a break. We'll come back, get ready for second half play here on this regular season finale here at Lions Stadium. Once again, our halftime score is Lindale 35, Henderson 7. This is Henderson football, KWRD 1470 98.5.
Hey East Texas, are you ready to launch a career in aesthetics, beauty, or cosmetics? At Allure Academy in Henderson, Texas, we offer TDLR approved programs in barbering, cosmetology, aesthetics, eyelash extensions, manicuring, and more. Did you know high school juniors and seniors can enroll now and graduate with a license and a diploma? Yes, you heard that right. Visit us at allureacademy.net today or call 877-850-9988.
In life, people make the difference at home, business, and church. Wayne Griffith and his staff at Griffith's Towing is always on point with supporting the communities and always making a difference. Roadside assistance, flatbed service, towing service, and recovery is welcomed in those times of need, and Griffith's Towing has been the go-to in Henderson, Rusk County, and beyond. At Griffith's Towing, people make the difference. Call them at 903-947-6437.
We get the third quarter kickoff, and Mason Jones will field it for Henderson at the 22-yard line. Jones back up the near sideline will get what he can out to the 31-yard line. All right, 31 is where they're going to spot it. So Henderson will have the football first here in this second half. 11:53 to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter of tonight's ball game is the service of Tarp Works. And let's see what the Lions want to try and do here. Oops, oh my goodness. Let's see here. I was going to try and shine some light on it so you wouldn't trip all over the place, but I missed you. You snuck up on me. I don't know how that happens, Kenneth Orr. I don't know how Kenneth sneaks up on anybody. He got me. Here's a running play on first down for Henderson. Coming near side. Nothing going on there. Jaron Myers on the carry.
Making the stop, number 12, Colton Dunn. Be a 2-yard gain, second down.
Henderson football brought to you in part by Henderson Ranch and Feed, your Lone Star feed dealer. 1400 Lone Star Street is where you'll find Henderson Ranch and Feed. 903-722-2077 is their number. For Henderson, next play, running play. Jordan Irvin on the carry over the right side of his offense. Gets out past the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. Get 35-7 our score. Lions showing some life there in the later stages of the second quarter, so we'll see if that holds over here into the third as the football is spotted at the 38-yard line for Henderson. 3rd and 4 situation. Again, a running play straight ahead. Irvin again on the carry.
On the carry, number 5, Jordan Irvin.
Got some yardage there before Mason Herron, among others, in on the tackle for Lindale. But it is a Henderson first down right in front of us at the 43-yard line. First downs were hard to come by for Henderson in the first half. Penalty flag flies, whistle blows prior to the start of the play.
Start, number 56 of the offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Got our referee, Wes Hall, leading us, Tyler Chapter. Quick to make the call there, and that'll move the football back inside the 40 to the Henderson 38-yard line. Henderson, red jerseys, white numerals, red pants, blue helmets, moving right to left as we look at them here in this third quarter. Vince Howard drops back to pass. He's been pressured all night, and he's pressured again here and just cannot break away from it.
And again for Lindale, they're just 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". It's like all positions. They're like 6 foot and above everywhere on the defensive part of the field. Here, running play, Jabron Myers coming near side. Myers got to run it over a couple of folks. Gets up to the 45-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us, Justin Starling out, injured after the Chapel Hill game last week, finishing up his career, a fantastic career at Henderson High, but not able to play in his final game as a senior. Myers again on the carry, will bounce it outside, get up past midfield into Lindale territory and brought down at the 46-yard line. But for Starling, he is going to come up just agonizingly short of the yardage that he needed to break Joe Wiley's all-time rushing record that dates back to 1968. So for Starling's fantastic career, he is going to end up second at the current time in the Henderson record book. Here is Jordan Irvin on a carry over by the Lindale bench. But if that's not enough, Starling injured last week against Chapel Hill. Jaden Bishop came in to replace Starling last week. He got injured just a few plays later. So he's not in uniform tonight either. So the Lions going with Myers and Irvin. Running back here is going to be a pass downfield intended for Lamarian Coleman. Coleman trying to plead his case with an official that he was being held on the run downfield. But the Henderson requests for holding and late hitting and a few other infractions are not being adhered to tonight. As running play straight ahead, and a penalty flag comes flying from our referee from about 15 yards away. See what his call is on the running play for Henderson. But again, that penalty flag came flying from quite a distance. 7:26 to go here in this third quarter. Again, 35-7 our score. And we'll get our official call. He seems to be looking over at the Lindale bench quite a bit. Let's see what it is.
Block in the back, 75 of the offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 4th down.
So the penalty against Henderson declined by Lindale to bring up a 4th down situation. It's 4th and 11 for Henderson. And the Lions, all right, they'll bring on the punt team. Thought about it, but on 4th and 11 from right in the middle of the field, they bring on the punt team. Mason Jones will stand back at his own 40 to punt the ball away. Lindale will have 2 back deep to receive. So Henderson needed to add a player.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Well, Henderson needed to add a player because they were a man short. And then when they did that, Lindale tried to run out a player. And while all that is going on, Henderson gets called for a delay of game. So Jones to punt the ball away, and this high kick will take a bounce at the 35-yard line. A little bit of a Henderson roll inside the 30 down to the 28. So Lindale is going to have the football for the first time here in the second half, and they'll start the drive at their own 28-yard line. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
in third quarter tonight. Service of Tarp Works, one of our fine sponsors of Henderson football this season, has been Bill Cycles, legendary motorcycle repair shop offering parts and accessories. Call Bill 903-657-2775. On first down for Lindale, it is Emilian Johnson, and Johnson coming down the near sideline, inside the 30, inside the 15, and will lunge forward at the goal line. Did he get pushed out of bounds, or did he make it in the end zone?
Number 2, Emilian Johnson.
And one of our officials is going to, well, he keeps walking way back. They never have spotted it. Now I think they finally spotted at the 8-yard line. But I think we have a penalty flag all the way back here at midfield.
During the return, holding, offense, number 8. 10-yard penalty. Result of the play is still first down, Lindale.
So the penalty was dropped at midfield. And so they'll mark off the penalty yardage from that back to the Lindale 40. Still a first down, but certainly not at the 8-yard line like Lindale had hoped, I'm sure. Again, Emilian Johnson, senior running back for Lindale, has seen limited playing time this season, but he's seeing plenty of it here tonight. Right now, though, Thurman has replaced him in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Get short yardage on the play. Eric Garza in on the tackle. Catavius McElroy in there as well. 5:24 to go here in this third quarter. Lindale back to the line of scrimmage. Ludwig, their quarterback. Lundig, and the handoff to Thurman once again. And Thurman up past the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So now another penalty flag flies as for Henderson. Caden Johnson might be getting flagged here.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, 15 yards, first down.
So Johnson gave a Lindale player a shove after the play was over. Needless to say, a lot of talking going on the field tonight, and I don't think dinner plans, Christmas card lists, none of that is being discussed. Running play straight ahead, down to the 35-yard line. Emilian Johnson on the carry. Clock runs, 4:35 to go here in this third quarter. Everybody in tight for Lindale. Motion across the backfield. Lindig back to pass. Rolls out to his right now. Looking downfield. Can't find anybody. And will just run out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Henderson football brought to you in part by Star Laundry Wash and Fold. For all your laundry needs, they're available for you. Highway 64 West at the Star. Also, Shawnee Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated heating, ventilating, and air conditioning. 903-657-5290 for Shawnee Air Conditioning. On third down, Lindale. Lindig. Snap from center, handoff, running play. Henderson defense rises to the occasion here as Russell, among many others, in on the tackle.
Making a stop for the Lions, number 33, Mike Russell.
Russell was in there. Decaden Pelham in there as well.
Eric Garza.
So it's a fourth down situation for Lindale at the Henderson 35-yard line. 10 seconds on the play clock. Lindale says, let's go for it. Motion across the backfield. Lindiggs takes a snap from center, fakes a handoff. Man is wide open at the 20-yard line. And taking it down inside the end zone for the Lindale touchdown. That is going to be Jackson Price.
Lindiggs to number 35, Jackson Price, for the Eagle touchdown.
35 yards on that Lindale pass play here in the third quarter, with 2:46 to go. And the tight end, Price, that's only his 7th catch of the season. His 2nd touchdown reception of the season. And the extra point kick by Camden Lane is up and good. So Lindale kind of starts off the second half like they did the first half. They score the first time they had the football. And they do that on the pass play. And now with 2:41 to go here in this third quarter, they will extend their lead now to 42-7. So Lindale leads it as we are here in the third quarter. We'll step aside, take a break. Back here in just a moment. This is KWRG 1470 98.5.
If you live in a rural area, you also know that the power can go out for days or even weeks after a storm. Not only do you need your propane for heating, cooking, you need it for your generator. So if you're already set up for propane or would like to know more, call Gas and Supply. We can fill the large tanks for your home and farm, even have propane tanks available for lease. We can also fill up your gas grill cylinders. Call Gas and Supply 903-657-9166. 903-657-9166.
Kickoff for Lindale, and catch made, not really a fair catch, but Amir Davis is able to come across and make the reception on that high pooch kick. And it'll be Henderson football at their own 35-yard line. Henderson football here tonight. Regular season finale on senior night. Mark McLean here. Jason Martin is out on our camera operation. Ken White, speaking of camera operations, he's got the entire video production going on behind me here. Lisa Martin has been in charge of our commissary, the KWRD commissary, and on the road cafeteria, if you will. Done a fine job with that this season.
Number 25, DeBron Myers.
Of course, Michael Searcy, as always, behind the scenes with all of his technical expert help, especially on the video, the graphics and everything else that you see on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. DeBron Myers on the previous play. Nice gain for Henderson down to the Lindale 46-yard line. Lindale showing blitz. They were a little bit offsides, but no foul called. Penalty flag not thrown downfield either on a pass play intended for Amari Murphy. Well, I believe, could be wrong. Apparently I am wrong, but I believe Lindale was offsides to begin this play, as they were showing blitz from about 20 yards downfield. That was offsides, and then the potential penalty downfield on the pass play to Amari Murphy. Nothing called, and we go back to the next play. And on that next play will be a pass out here to the near side. Hunter Schwedman with the ball. He is tackled on the play. 1:23 and counting here in this third quarter. For the Lions, Amari Murphy split out wide here to the near side. Lamarian Coleman will come over and join him. Mason Jones to the far side of the field, right in front of the Lindale bench.
Vince Howard, the quarterback, single back in the backfield, but it's going to be a pitch forward to Coleman. Coleman trying to get around right in, does, leaps over a defender inside the 30, down to about the 25-yard line. Nicely done by Lamarian Coleman on that play.
Number 17, Ethan Pettigrew on the stop.
Coleman.
That will be enough for a
3-year player, senior.
First down.
A lot of 3-year players here as Vince Howard back to pass, rolls out to his right, launches one downfield toward the end zone, and that thing is going to be caught at the goal line by Mason Jones. Kind of got the defender for Lindale turned around, and Mason Jones makes the reception. And it is, well, I believe we're going to have a penalty flag. Yep, there at the 31-yard line. Well, pass from Vince Howard to Mason Jones. Jones got the defender all turned around, made the catch at about the 1-yard line, took it in the end zone.
Without ID must remain with their guard at all times. No loitering under the bleachers.
Well, I know our referee, Wes Hall, is quick with his calls. He made that one so quick, I didn't even get to pick it up. Whatever it was, it wiped off the touchdown, and we're back to the 39-yard line. Running play coming near side. Round left in. Jabron Myers on the carry. Myers inside the 10. And Myers, why run around somebody when you can just run over them? And he's down to the 7-yard line for a Henderson first down, but we've got another penalty back at the 35-yard line. Well, I'm waiting on the call from Wes Hall, and I'm still not hearing it. Maybe he has a microphone malfunction. Because he is not telling me what the penalty was. But it's back to the 45-yard line, so that is a touchdown pass and a very long run from Jabron Myers that have both been wiped out on successive plays. Handoff here goes to Mike Russell, and Russell spins out of a tackle and then spins right into 3 other defenders that were waiting on him.
On the carry, number 33.
Moves the football back to midfield.
Running the stop, number 45, Luke Dahl.
And that is going to do it for our third quarter here tonight at Lions Stadium. Well, after a lot of fireworks in the first half, we have only one touchdown that counted. I guess I'll say it that way. Lindale scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and that is the only one that counted on the scoreboard. And Lindale leads this ball game here at the end of 3. 42-7 is our score. We'll step aside, take a break. Fourth quarter coming up on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Hi, this is Mark Randall with Randall Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Henderson. All used cars are not created equal. Let's talk about certified pre-owned vehicles that we have here at Randall Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Henderson, Texas. 125-point inspection, 7-year 100,000 limited powertrain warranty, 3-month 3,000-mile max care warranty, roadside assistance, towing, and more. We also are offering 3 months, no payment with approved credit. So come see the difference at Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Henderson, Texas. Randall Dodge ChryslerJeep.com.
About ready to get started with fourth quarter action here tonight at Lions Stadium. Again, beautiful night, clear skies, nice moon out over the stadium, 65 degrees. And Vince Howard rolling out to his right. Looking downfield, throws downfield, and not sure if that one slipped out of his hand or what, because Mason Jones was going one direction and the pass kind of ended up in a different direction. Incomplete. Going to bring up third down for Henderson. Lions need to get all the way down to the Lindale 19 for a first down.
Two receivers near side, one to the far side for Henderson. Single back in the backfield as Howard takes the snap from center. Here comes the pressure from Lindale. Howard steps up, now can't get away, and he's going to be brought down. Now gets away long enough to throw a ball downfield. This thing's going to be caught. Irvin on the reception, and Jordan Irvin gets inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It's going to be way short of the yardage needed for the first down, but Vince Howard just threw a pass totally backwards behind his head. Couldn't even see where he was throwing it to. That looked like one of mine. Mid-70s, Sabine High School all over again. But mine was incomplete. Brings up fourth down. Still fourth and about 12 or 13. Howard back to pass. Now looks downfield, intended for Coleman. And Coleman, a diving reception at the 7-yard line. They'll mark it as forward as the 6.
Play will result in a first down, Henderson.
Why do I get the feeling that some of these plays are not really in the Henderson playbook, but they're working? Next play, handoff, Myers around left end, and Jabron Myers, he's a big-bodied running back all of a sudden, and he is in the end zone for the Henderson touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run for Jabron Myers, and for Myers, that's his third touchdown of the year, but I think his previous two were receptions. So that was his first rushing touchdown. Perry will hold. Navarro's extra point kick is up and good. Touchdown comes with 10:31 to go here in this fourth quarter. It is now Lindale 42, Henderson 14. We'll step aside, take a break. We are back here in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
For unbeatable wireless deals, come to your local AT&T store in Henderson, where the community-focused team helps you upgrade, transfer your data, or pick the perfect plan. Right now, get the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, $0 a month with trade-in, or the iPhone 16 free on an unlimited plan. And if you're 55 or over, ask about our exclusive 55 Plus Unlimited plan. Drop by AT&T in Henderson today, 2127 Highway 79, Suite 600, across from McDonald's.
10:31 to go here in this fourth quarter. Here at Lions Stadium, Mark McClain, Jason Martin out on our camera, Ken White, video production back here behind me. It's been our pleasure and a lot of fun to bring you Henderson football throughout the 25 season. Had a lot of ups, some big scores. Lions on senior night, they have decided they're going to play this thing out against a really talented Lindale team. Here's the kickoff. Lindale takes it all the way back at the 1-yard line. Emilian Johnson decides he's going to run it back as far as he can, and he does a nice job getting it down the Henderson sideline all the way up here to the 36-yard line. That kick had him pinned back at the 1, and he was able to get away. 10:20 to go here in the fourth. So Lindale will start the drive at their own 35. So again, for Henderson, you know, it's either going to be 5-5, or if the miracle of all miracles happen and the Lions end up 6-4, well, that would be 2 years in a row for 6-4. But more than likely, it's going to end up 5-5 for Ricky Meeks' first season. A lot to work on, a lot to build on, that is for sure, as the handoff to Hank Thurman. Heard a whistle.
Stop.
9 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down, Lindale.
It took me to the fourth quarter to finally figure it out. Wes Hall, I got to jump in there early to get him and his call. Sorry, Chad Boatwright, but I had to jump right in the middle of that. So the penalty against Lindale will move it back to the 30-yard line. On the next play, again, a running play straight ahead for Lindale. Not much going on there for Hank Thurman. So, with 9:55 to go here in the fourth, on one hand, I'm very surprised that Chris Cochran still has many of his starters out there on offense. You're ahead 42-14. You got playoffs starting next week. On one hand, I can see leaving them out there, but on the other hand, I kind of think they've done what they could do tonight. As a pass downfield intended for Colton Dunn is through his hands, incomplete.
Intended for number 12, Colton Dunn, incomplete.
And Lindale will be hosting a playoff game next week. Kilgore will host a playoff game as well at St. John's Stadium. Not sure they've figured out who they will play just yet, though, because the first 4 teams in the other district that they would play in by district are all playing each other this weekend. It's a third down situation, 3rd and 13. Lindig back to pass, fires it downfield, and this one is way overthrown for the intended receiver, who was Jared Johnson.
Pass intended for number 13, Jared Johnson. Incomplete.
G's Professional Detail, one of our fine sponsors of Henderson football. Jessica Gonzalez at G's Professional Detail, best detailing shop in Rusk County, will leave you saying, geez, that's clean. I didn't make it up. Give Jesse a call at 760-708-2338. Lindig with his second punt of the ball game. And this one takes a pretty good roll inside the 30 all the way down to the 23-yard line. Fourth quarter tonight, service of Griffiths Towing and Cooper's First Automotive. Another fine sponsor, Henderson Football, is J&B Security, your connection for property surveillance, alarm systems, custom door entry, residential, commercial, industrial. They do all that. 903-729-1565 for J&B Security. Family Fashion, Rusk County's largest beauty supply store. Miss Ann takes care of you there at 702 South Main Street, just a short distance away from Lions Stadium in Henderson. Whistle blows prior to the start of the play.
Pass intended for Tyson Jones.
55 of the offense, 56, 5 yards, still first down.
Pick a number. Offsides against Henderson. Simmons Air Conditioning, fine sponsor of Henderson football, family-owned heating and air conditioning services. Give Lena Simmons a call, and she'll get you taken care of. 903-657-6545. Here's Vince Howard running around end, and this time Howard is able to get away from some of the subs that are in the ball game now for Lindale. Gets all the way up past the 30 to the 32-yard line. So, in all honesty, first team, second team, a speed difference for Lindale. As here's Henderson around left end. Jabron Myers, far side of the field, will get run out of bounds.
Jabron Myers with the carry for the Lions. Will be enough to move the stick.
So Jabron Myers.
Henderson.
He's having quite a night at the running back position. as we go right back to play. Howard, pass play across the middle of the field. Catch is made by Amari Murphy, and so for Murphy, his first reception of the ball game. And Henderson moving the football down to the Lindale 35-yard line. Lions going left to right as we look at him. Myers breaks the line of scrimmage, and he is inside the 25, down to the 20. Lindale thought they had a fumble, but officials are saying that Myers was down at the 20-yard line. Well, Myers, he has been kind of playing out there along with Deckard at that H-back position. I've seen him a little more running back earlier in the season. Here, the pitch forward to Lamarian Coleman. Coleman again sidestepping a defender. We'll get down to about the 15-yard line. 6:27 to go here in this fourth quarter. Henderson on the move at the Lindale 15. Howard gets everybody set where he wants them, takes the snap from center, fires a pass to Mason Jones here on the near side, but whistle blows.
Timeout, Henderson. That's their first timeout of the half.
So Henderson calls for a timeout before the play gets underway. 6:02 to go here in this fourth. Lindale 42, Henderson 14. Lindale had a 35-7 halftime lead. Here in the second half, we had a Lindale touchdown in the third quarter. So far, a Henderson touchdown here in the fourth. Had a second one that didn't count. And 42-14 is where we are. We'll take a moment, though, while we have a few minutes before we get down to the end of this thing. You know, between our radio broadcast and the thousands of you that have been checking out our live stream on YouTube and on Facebook, we thank you very much for that. Have enjoyed bringing you Henderson football throughout the season as we go back to play, and the handoff will go to Mike Russell, and Russell finds the going pretty rough there against the Lindale defense that time. But we've certainly enjoyed bringing the games to you this year. Enjoyed the the numbers that we're seeing as far as our video is concerned and our listenership. Thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors. Can't do it without you, that's for sure. Third down, Henderson. Handoff to Irvin. And Irvin gets stood up by this Lindale defense at the 16-yard line. Well, if we end up 5-5 out of the playoffs, we will anticipate and look for bigger and better things next year. Of course, we got, as we talked about with Ricky Meeks in the coaches show before the game tonight, redistricting, realignment, scheduling, all of that takes place here in the offseason. So it'll be fascinating to see where we end up next year as far as the district and who's in it, who our non-district would be, and all that. Penalty flag on the play.
Offsides, defense, result of the penalty, first down.
So again, Lindale trying to time up the blitz from the safety men. They haven't timed it up yet tonight. They've been offsides every time. That time it got called.
puts Henderson at the 10-yard line, so it is first and goal from the 10. Here's a little swing pass out of the backfield inside the 10. Had looked promising at the start of the play, but went nowhere in a hurry in the pass to Schwedman. So it looked promising at the start of the play, but just didn't go very far. 1 yard to the 9-yard line. Clock runs 3:50 and counting here in the fourth. Henderson trying to get everybody set. Howard, swing pass, comes near side to Coleman. Coleman starts left, goes back right, gets slung around, and a penalty flag will come in at the end of that play. As defensively for Lindale, James Edwards ended up making the tackle, but a penalty flag at the end of the play.
Personal foul, face mask, defense at the distance to the goal. First down, Henderson.
So the face mask call on Lindale will move the football down to just about the 5-yard line. That's where the Lions will have it. 3:36 to go here in this fourth quarter. Get Lindale 42, Henderson 14. So from the 5-yard line, Vince Howard takes the snap from center, hands off to Myers, and Jabron Myers. Lions going rough. Hits the Lindale defense inside the 4 at about the 3-yard line. So we have a timeout on the field here. 3:04 to go here in this fourth quarter. Lindale 42, Henderson 14. We'll step aside, take a break. We are back here in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Simply Electric is a local family-owned and operated business by Willie and Rochelle Odom, who provide the community with quality electrical services. They do residential, commercial, industrial, and oil field electrician work. Willie is a licensed electrician who will have your back and then some. Visit them at 806 West Main Street in Henderson, or call them at 903-863-2311. It's Simply Electric.
For fully customized tarps built as tough as you, TarpWorks has you covered. TarpWorks serves the agriculture industry with tarps for livestock trailers, the freight industry covering the dump trucks and trailers, and the oil and gas industry. They have replacement parts and tarps and full systems in stock. TarpWorks even has slider systems. Whether you have a single truck or a fleet of 100, call 903-657-8987 or visit tarpworks.com. That's TARPWORX.com.
Ready to enhance your natural beauty? At Allure Aesthetics and Medical Spa, we specialize in helping you look refreshed, rejuvenated, and confident. From Botox and fillers to PDO threads, hydrofacials, skin treatments, medical weight loss, and much more. We're your trusted destination for safe, stunning results. Operated under the supervision of a medical director, nurse practitioner, and myself, a registered nurse. You can feel confident knowing you're in expert hands. We're located in Henderson, Texas. Book now at AllureAestheticsMedicalSpa.com.
Well, as Jabron Myers was being helped off the field over here on the near side, ball ended up in the hands of Mason Jones, and Jones is in the end zone for a Henderson touchdown. This all happens here in the fourth quarter with 2:52 to go in the fourth. And Devon Navarro's extra point kick is up and good. Well, I would sure hope that Henderson's final touchdown of the season, I missed it because we were at a commercial break. Jabron Myers was in agony trying to get off the field, and Henderson ran a play. Wow. One of those nights. But Mason Jones ended up with the ball in his hands and the touchdown, and it makes it 42-21. Well, we have 2:52 to go here in this fourth quarter. And again, for these seniors, my goodness, Vince Howard, Justin Starling, Lamarian Coleman, Jordan Irvin, what they've been able to do over the last couple of years. Well, Irvin's been playing since he was a freshman. Starling came on the scene with a long run out of the end zone at Liberty ILO. I didn't even know who he was. I thought it was Caleb Tate running the ball, but then I realized he was too small. Here, the kickoff and the running play back to the 38-yard line. And Starling so very close to setting a new rushing record for Henderson High. Injured last week against Chapel Hill, having to watch this one from the sidelines tonight. Varian Williams on defense, Samaj Deckard doing what he's been doing. Corey Harper. There's so many of those guys that are seniors on this team that have played 2 years, some 3, some even 4. Been under 3 head coaches in their 4 years of high school. That is a tough way to go. To have 3 different coaching staffs and philosophies and ways of doing things. Here's Lindale with the ball and a running play at the 39-yard line. We have 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Just trying to figure out what Lindale is going to do here. We're just letting the clock run here with 1:40 to go. And for Lindale, it is a second down situation at their own 39-yard line. Lindig is still the quarterback. I'm sure that Lindale has a second-string quarterback. He is incognito tonight. We haven't seen him. As Lindale handoff, running play up close to midfield. On the carry that time for Lindale, Andre Foster. So David Lindig, the junior quarterback, he's going to stay in there till the finish, as we are less than a minute to go here in this fourth quarter. So 42-21 is going to be our final score here tonight at Henderson's Lions Stadium. Again, Henderson going to end up at 5-5 and 2-4 in district play. But again, there will be a lot going on in the offseason with realignment, redistricting, rescheduling. It'll be very interesting to see how head coach Ricky Meeks wants to do that, and who he wants to schedule and all that sort of thing for the next couple of years. But with less than 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, that is how we are going to finish it here tonight at Henderson Lions Stadium, as Lindale takes the victory. 42-21 is our final. Again, for Lindale, they end up the regular season at 9-1. They were 5-1 in district play, so certainly congratulations to Chris Cochran and his team. They will host a playoff game next week, as both Lindale and Kilgore will play host in the playoffs. Pine Tree and Chapel Hill will be on the road. 42-21, Lindale. That is our final score here tonight from Lions Stadium on this senior night. We're going to step aside. Our fourth quarter, by the way, has been a service of Griffiths Towing and Cooper's First Automotive. Allure Academy and Simply Electric has our post-game show. And we are going to get to that, and we'll do that here in just a moment. Once again, our final score here tonight at Lions Stadium is Lindale 42, Henderson 21.
We're back in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Since 1965, Cook & Son Roofing has been the local, reliable company helping folks with roofs, gutters, and ventilation. From new construction to remodels, even providing 24-hour emergency roof repairs from storm damage. They have a relationship with all the local insurance companies, so they understand how to assist you in the process, making it easier for you in times when you need it the most. Find them at cookandsonroofing.com. For a roof well done, call Cook & Son, 903-655-0997.
At Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service, you can count on technicians who know your vehicle and will repair your vehicle with precise care. Whether it be foreign or domestic, car, truck, or even big rig, Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service will diagnose your problem and seamlessly repair your vehicle's issues. It's time to get that repair done on your vehicle, so be sure to see the pros at Cooper First Automotive and Truck Repair, located at 3486 Highway 79 South in Henderson. Cooper First Automotive is a proud sponsor of Henderson High School sports for the 25-26 season.
Here's Colton Wallace talking about Wallace & Sons Wrecker in Henderson.
I love giving this service. This is what I've always done, and I love it. It makes me feel good that I can take care of somebody when they're in need. If y'all ever feel like y'all are in need of this service, promise you right now, you can call me, and I can come get you anywhere. I service Longview, Kilgore, Jacksonville, Carthage, Marshall, all them areas.
Call 903-657-7271 for Wallace & Son Wrecker Service in Henderson.
Management Training Corporation is hiring. They offer highly competitive pay, excellent promotional opportunities, MTC college tuition reimbursement, paid internships towards a career in substance abuse counseling. MTC offers 401k, health insurance, dental insurance, vision coverage, and finally, paid time off, including holidays. This is the game-changing career you've been looking for. Apply at mtcjobs.com and make the first step of your new career.
Back once again at Lions Stadium in Henderson. Mark McClain here, along with Jason Martin, Ken White. And our final score here this evening, the Lindale Eagles get the victory over Henderson. 42-21 is our final. This is our final Allure Academy and Simply Electric postgame show of the season, as Henderson winds things down here on this senior night, ends the season at 5-5. 2-4 in District 9 4A Division I play. Lindale, they end up at 9-1, 5-1 in district play. And again, for Kilgore and Lindale, the top two teams in the district, they will host playoff games next week. Pine Tree, third place. Chapel Hill, fourth place, will be on the road in the playoffs next week. For Henderson, of course, some big wins, scoring a lot of points earlier in the season, but things kind of slowed down there with the 49-21 loss to Pine Tree here back on October 17th after the open date. Had a big lead over Chapel Hill and lost that last week 56-35. End up losing here tonight 42-21. So Lions, for the second year in a row, end up losing the final three games of the season to wind things down. And I'm sure Henderson coaching staff will work on that a lot over the course of the offseason. And like I say, you got redistricting, you got realignment, you get to reschedule. You got to figure out who's moving up a division, who's moving down a division, who's going to be in your district, and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be fascinating come February to find out who all's on the schedule and who all is in your district and all that sort of thing. And we'll find that out, of course, after the first of the new year. Here in this one tonight, Lindale, they scored the first four times they had the football. 4-yard Thurman run. Amelia Johnson, 10-yard run. Lindig to Carnathan, 15-yard pass. Lindig, a 16-yard run. And by, after Thurman's 2-yard touchdown run, Lindale, with 9:17 to go in the first half, had built up a 35-0 lead. Lions were able to get something going, though, in the second quarter, late in the second quarter. It was Vince Howard to Mason Jones, 59-yard touchdown pass.
everybody up here in the press box at halftime was saying they hadn't seen Mason Jones run that fast. They didn't know he could run that fast. But he certainly ran that fast and made it to the end zone on that 59-yard pass play. So 35-7, that was our halftime score. And then Lindale would come out and score in the third quarter. Lindig to Price, wide open down the middle of the field on that reception of 35 yards. Made it 42-7. Then Henderson would score twice in the fourth. Myers on a 6-yard run before he came out of the game with an injury. And Howard Jones 3 yards on the final score for the Henderson Lions for this 2025 season. So 42-21 ends up being our final score. Everybody, congratulations to all of our seniors that were recognized in the pregame ceremonies, and for the band folks that were recognized during their halftime performance here tonight at Lions Stadium. Might mention once again the Tri-County Football Alliance having their Super Bowl activities at Carthage High tomorrow. While the Syrup Festival is going on here, we've got the Tri-County Football Alliance Super Bowl in Carthage on Saturday. And Henderson will be represented by a couple of different teams playing at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday in Carthage, while the Syrup Festival is going on here, downtown Henderson, and at the Depot Museum. And get a chance, join us at any of those fine festivities and have an enjoyable Saturday on tomorrow. That, I think, is pretty much going to wrap it up. Let me just mention again here real quick some of these fine, good folks here. AT&T, Randall Dodge, Gas and Supply, Griffiths Towing, Allure Academy, Peterson's Home Furniture, S&N Cleaners, Wayne Maurer, as always, thank you. Ballou Brothers, Bruce, thank you. Fairway Ford, John Curry, and all the folks, thank you very much. Henderson Football Booster Club, for our very own Jason Martin, involved in that, the president of the Booster Club. MTC, Wallace & Sons, Cooper First Automotive, Cook & Son Roofing, Allure Aesthetics, Keisha King, thank you for your Allure Aesthetics and Allure Academy sponsorships. Simply Electric, Tarp Works, appreciate all of those folks and all of our other great sponsors that have helped us out throughout the season here with Henderson football. So a big thanks to all of them. And that is pretty much going to wrap it up for us here tonight at Henderson Lions Stadium. Once again, our final score here this evening is Lindale 42, Henderson 21. A little programming note, I guess I should make mention of the fact that next week we will have games not on video but on the radio, traditional radio broadcast, as we'll start our postseason coverage of Mount Enterprise. They've got a fine team and got some quality athletes there at Mount Enterprise that are having a heck of a season. And so we will start some Mount Enterprise coverage next week on KWRD. Miles Toller will continue with his West Rusk Raider games in the offseason and the postseason on Network1Sports.com. So between West Rusk and Mount Enterprise, we'll still have some coverage for you around Rusk County as we continue on into the playoffs. So hope you get a chance to join us for those games in the coming weeks. But anyway, once again, our final score here tonight, Lindale 42, Henderson 21. Right now, on behalf of all of our great sponsors that I was mentioning to you there just a few moments ago, and on behalf of Jason Martin on our cameras, Ken White on our video production, Elisa Martin, I kid her, as far as the commissary and all of that, and our road goodies.
She makes a great turkey sandwich, I'll say that, and we thank her very much for her help throughout the season. And Michael Searcy, all of his behind-the-scenes work with our video presentation and how it looks and how it all turns out, we thank him for his efforts as well. So on behalf of all of them, I'm Mark McClain. We thank all of you for joining us throughout this 2025 season for Henderson Lion football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Thank you for listening to Henderson Lions football on KWRD Radio, our website and Facebook page, as well as the Henderson ISD website. Tonight's game has been brought to you by
AT&T Allcom, Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Gas and Supply, Griffiths Towing, Allure Academy, Henderson Football Boosters, Fairway Ford, Ballou Brothers, General Shelters, SNN Cleaners, Peterson's Home Furnishings, MTC, Wallace & Sons Wrecker Service, Cooper First Automotive, Cook & Son Roofing, Allure Aesthetics, Tarpworks, Simply Electric.
Join us again next week for Henderson Lions football, right here on KWRD 1470 and 98.5, and E-Tex Radio Group station.